Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock. Welcome one, welcome all, nerds all over the internet. It is Saturday night, September 28th, and we're happy to be here, and we're happy that you're joining us here tonight. We have a lot to go through. We have a lot of compelling stories that we need to touch on. But first things first, introductions are in order. I'm Jose Casabona. I am the host of, also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And joining me on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play, a man, well, you're having a very hard time being a hero, but you know what? I mean, it's
the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts, Angel.
If it was easy, it would not be worth the journey.
That's right. Everyone's favorite hero in this channel, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you kindly for taking the time to join us today. It is, once again, a great time to join you and to be with you. As usual, I hope that you enjoy this show as much as we enjoy making it for you. And please stay safe out there. The weather has not been very agreeable in the last 48 hours.
Yes, Hurricane Helene has passed the state of Florida, but is still wreaking devastation all across the eastern states and Eastern Seaboard, and we advise everybody to please take precautions and do not take any unnecessary risks. Now, with that being said, continuing the introductions here, on our far left we have Dragon Fan Cosplay.
Hi guys. That hurricane though. Ooh. Yeah. So much wind.
It was awful.
Ooh.
It was spiraling out of control, spiraling a lot worse than Angel controlling Shadow the Hedgehog.
In their defense, I know exactly where the hurricane was. I don't know where those damn artificial chaos is going to.
The art of shit.
2 seconds.
The artificial monsters.
The artificial monsters are reproducing. Why the hell can't I find the damn thing?
We just lost Ash. We lost Keith.
Who the hell is Ash? I swear to God, if that stupid fucker Jerry misfire, he's gone again.
Joining us on our far right is Zayana Rose Cosplay.
Hi guys, hope everyone stayed safe after the storm. It was definitely a doozy. We were actually lucky we didn't lose power, but I know other people were not as fortunate.
The lights were flickering?
Yes. So if you did lose power and you just got it back, good, because, living with AC, without AC is, it's not fun. We learned from Irma. It is,
living without air conditioning is a goddamn nightmare.
Especially when you live in Florida with, how much humidity?
It's worse
all of the humidity.
By the way, so Angel, you didn't lose any power, not even flickering?
Surprisingly, there was one blackout that lasted like 10 seconds.
That's it.
Okay, then you had it worse than us. We just had flicker.
Yeah.
And then like 10 minutes later, flicker. And we're like, no. Because we were just sitting, we were literally sitting there just watching the TV, just watching it come in. We're like, yeah. And then we see flicker. No.
Sadly, not everybody was as lucky as we were. My friend Rob, the dude that lives in St. Pete, he got hit with some bad juice because he thought he was only getting the rain, but then the transformer in his area got blown out. My body ended up for 24 hours without any electricity, and some people have it even worse out
He
there.
lost his transformer?
Yes.
And
yeah.
It's more than meets the eye.
We'll see,
Dumbass.
for me,
All right,
we have some people that we're close to who are without power. Some of my work people, no power, and one coworker we haven't been able to get in contact with yet. So we're hoping that she's okay.
We wish them the
Here's
best,
to
but
hoping.
we do sincerely hope.
And of course, let's not forget the host of the Black Files, my type for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on his channel every single week. The hardest working man on his channel, no matter how many hurricanes blow our way.
Fuck the hurricanes.
Mr. Juan Arouse.
I mean, if you insist.
Thank you for the introduction.
Listen, his idea sounds better than throwing a nuke at a hurricane, okay?
Technically, Florida did get fucked by Irma, so.
Irma Gerd.
Thrown by Irma.
And much like
didn't even cradle underneath the panhandle.
No, it just went boom.
It didn't even jingle the Florida Keys for us over here.
Wait,
it didn't jingle.
Yeah,
please stop.
But it didn't jingle them. Okay,
Listen, Juan.
just passed over them.
Keep those
Okay, sure.
Keep them in your
You
head.
need to jingle the keys when you're getting blown by Irma.
No, he's right.
Irma Gerd.
No, he's right. Listen, foreplay is important.
It's important, okay?
You gotta
don't
attend
just
to the
dive
needs of
in
your
there.
partner.
See, guys, we're Floridians when we make memes about hurricanes. It's no laughing matter, but it's also how we try and cope with this.
It's how we deal with.
And tonight's
we can
forecast.
no longer have hurricane cake. So
Tonight's forecast: 20% chance of rain. We call it foreplay.
I mean,
Wait, is it? Oh, that's just
the
AC.
shower ain't golden, but it is
right?
warm.
Dear God.
All right, folks, we'll bring it back to on track here. Like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can.
You know what? I'm look for it right now.
And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way these days is the fact that we have to work 9 to 5 jobs just to keep the lights on. And even then, when we're dealt with natural disasters, keeping the lights on isn't necessarily a guarantee anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're kidding me!
What?
Of course there is! Because of course
if it exists, there's art of it.
there is Rule 34.
Oh my
You can
lord.
thank the guy in the chat who just said so.
I know.
Sperm whale. Good boy.
Help us become independent and help us work for ourselves and for you by subscribing and showing other people our
With your
With your help
we
we can and we'll succeed. I got it, Jose. I got it. I'm just.
Go ahead.
You also get access to members' first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Also, Physetter Macrocephalus in the chat. Hey up, Physetter. That's your fault, by the way.
Thanks, bro.
You told Angel to cover Rule 34. And he fucking found it, and I hope you're proud of yourself.
Are we not merchants
Okay,
of
but
the
it
truth,
actually
my
looks
friend?
really nice.
Brother
I
of
mean,
mine.
I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm saying I'm just
now
at a loss.
the advertisement though.
Brother of mine, Obor in blood. Are we not pursuers of the truth?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Pursuers of the warmth. There you go.
Yes.
Also, I see Physetter over here. I'm a sperm whale. Of course it was me. Fucking gross.
It was
Kyle
me.
Canada.
Sperm whale.
Kyle Canada in the chat. Hey up, Kyle Canada. We got Lisa Boo, Ben Cruz. Hey up, Ben Cruz. I didn't lose power. That's good. Let's see. Project Metal Music. No doubt I'll be falling asleep soon. Well,
Mood.
We
I
are
feel
happy
you.
to
I
be
feel you.
your
I'm so tired right now.
baby.
and yeah, no, seriously. It's like what 1 o'clock over there right now,
Give or take, yes.
roughly.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Almost 1 o'clock. What
Well,
happened?
if you do decide to rest, we will be happy to be your ASMR as our dulcet tones and our extremely 200 decibel screams shatter the sound barrier. We will lull you to sleep.
Okay, guys, does that mean that you need to start doing like ASMR things?
I mean, I could.
Well, there is a certain market for that, but
Yeah.
regardless of where
You
you
can
are,
sell it. There you go.
regardless of where you are around the world, whether it's the United States or whether it's England or even somewhere as random as Saskatchewan in Canada, I don't know why that came to my head. There is one thing that we can all universally agree with, and that is that our body needs to be vitalized. We need to keep ourselves charged up.
Our body. We all share one body. We
Our
are
bodies.
we
are
bodies.
one.
Grammar, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
No.
Listen, English is
are-
one of
How
the
many times
hardest
have you
languages.
disconnected our cables?
Guys, English is one of the hardest languages, so
It's
you
true.
cannot
You
You know what else
really
is hard? Keeping up with our energy.
You're
That
right.
is true.
And
What
that's
energy.
Thank goodness. Oh my God. Good segue. And folks, this channel, The Ravens Flock, we are proudly partners with Glitch Energy, the ideal beverage for all geeks and nerds to keep your bodies going all day long. Comes complete with zero lag, zero carbs, zero sugars, zero calories, and zero crash. And most important, but the one thing that we care about the most is, of course, the flavor. And thankfully, Glitch Energy has got you covered. Because if you go onto
that
their
Sonic?
website, quiet. Because if you go onto their website
Easy.
at glitchenergy.com, you'll see that they have a selection of different combination energy blends to choose from. And keep your eyes open because you never know when a new flavor is going to drop.
kind of like the
Drop
one that
it.
we're all looking at right now, Jose. The brand new flavor, Drop Zone, which is blueberry grape, inspired by the streamer Black Fox, who is a friend to the Ravens flock, and he is also a Glitch partner.
Oh,
So-
I see.
I guess they dropped a really good one, huh?
I
Indeed.
apologize. I was mistaken. That is not Sonic. I see a gun. That's 9 Inch Tails.
Ah!
What?
No, bro, that's just 9 from Sonic Prime.
Ew.
Now, jokes aside, at the end of the day, Joe is correct. We're only trying to give you some good energy, nutrition, and supplemental deliveries. We're trying to give you the importance of flavor. We are in a difficult time where people are rationing food when they're trying to survive. So we're giving you here something that is both economic, because it will last you for a long time, useful because it has health benefits, and more importantly, it's goddamn delicious. I just recently had a big old glass full of anime girl thigh.
That would be the berry plume flavor over here.
It was fantastic. It tasted like daddy issues and desperate need for approval.
Wow.
I know. I can fix this juice one.
And of course, if you go onto our website, glitchenergy.com, and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order. We once again want to thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. Thank you oh so very, very much. You are awesome.
And folks, remember, we've been working with Glitch Energy for a while now. We know how much value and how much like scrimping and saving your money matters to our audience and matters to everybody. We wouldn't lead you astray but something that's overpriced or something that isn't worth the effort. If we don't like it, we don't recommend it to you guys. And believe me, we've been loving every single one of these flavors. So, like as I said, get to glitchenergy.com. Use our promo code FlockFuel for 20% off your order. Thank you to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock.
Now, with that said, unfortunately, we do have to pivot to very sad news that we received this week, and it's very, very fresh.
There are actors and actresses that embody the character in a way the likes of which, whenever I mention that character, you will be unable to think of anybody else. When I say Batman, you think?
Kevin Conroy.
When I say Optimus Prime, you think?
Peter Cullen.
When I say... when I say Goku, you think?
Sean Shamil.
Exactly.
I think of that Dragon Ball Evolution.
Okay.
Die in a fire!
Joe's horrible brain damage aside. Now,
Die in a freaking fire! Go to hell!
That isn't to say that these are the only people that can play those actors. That is to say that they have carved such a deep, powerful impression within our hearts. When I say Iron Man, you think?
Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly. It's not that they're the only people that can play them. It's just that they have become so incongruous with the character, you genuinely have trouble imagining them playing anybody else. Unfortunately, just recently we have received news that one actress who played characters with such zeal, passion, and incredible professionalism that very few could match has sadly decided that she's not going to longer be with us.
Unfortunately, that is true. And we have an article to provide more details on this. And this comes from npt.org. NPR.org. Chill, Juan.
No.
The headline reads, "Sharp-tongued, indomitable, and beloved actress Dame Maggie Smith dies at 89.
This is yesterday, 10 a.m. over here by Bob Mondello.
She's also one of the actors that you can literally just look at and be like, her!
It's her! Oh, yeah. I know her!
She's so
like, no matter what she plays, you're like, it's her! Yeah, her! I remember her!
Ironically,
there's only a few people that you can be like, oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
Immediately recognizing.
For a long time, she was the actor. I was like, oh, hey, she's played that guy from this place over here. Like, what's that guy? Something Finchner.
William Finchner?
William Finchner, yeah. You recognize the actor, but he's been in so many different weird things. He was in, he was in Contact. He was in The Dark Knight. He was the
Shredder in that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
We don't talk about that.
Really? That was him?
That was him, William Finchner.
William Finchner. It's the same with Maggie Smith over here. Oh my God, this wonderful soul over here.
If you've never seen Sister Act, she was wonderful.
For those of you who are familiar with British TV, she was one of the main characters of Downton Abbey. For those of you who are not familiar with that,
she was Dowager Countess.
Thank you. And for those of you who are not familiar with such a thing, she was very much recognizable as Professor McGonagall, one of the most important supporting characters on the Harry Potter franchise, to the point that her voice and her mannerisms became so ingrained that she basically defined the character beyond the book at some point. It was kind of crazy, honestly.
Now,
Dame Maggie Smith. Whose acting career... Sorry, go ahead.
Dame Maggie Smith, whose acting career spanned 7 decades and traversed the stage and screen, has died at age 89. She passed away peacefully, surrounded by family and friends on Friday morning, her publicist confirmed.
Smith was once so slender and delicate as Desdemona that Laurence Olivier's Othello could easily smother her with a pillow. By the end of her career, no one would have dared try.
Actually, let's give Angel a turn.
Oh, thank you. Though she was a fine feature and stood barely 5 foot... She was that short? Damn. Casting directors realized early on that her characters could inevitably appear indomitable. She was an iron woman. Whether she was bristling with epithets in Shaw, casting spells as Harry Potter's Professor McGonagall, or silencing opposition with sideways glances as Downton Abbey's formidable Lady Violet. Yeah, she had an attitude that was bigger than her height. It was amazing.
Goddamn.
Yep. What Maggie Smith learned about holding audiences erect, she learned early. She arrived on the professional stage in her teens and graduated quickly to Britain's National Theatre, the West End, and Broadway, where her precise diction proved ideal for delivering the barbs of Restoration comedy and the epigrams of Noel Coward. Let her play the sort of chatterbox that George Bernard Shaw wrote in The Millionaires.
The Millionaires.
The Millionaires, thank you. And it was sometimes hard for her co-stars to get a word in edgewise.
Almost as nonstop as the title role that won her a Best Actress Oscar in 1970, her deluded teacher at a Scottish girls' school in the prime of Miss Jean Brodie. "Give me a girl at an impressionable age," she purred, "and she is mine for life." The character was not, in fact, in her prime, but Smith most definitely was. In the next 8 years, she starred in 6 films, including Travels with My Aunt and Death on the Nile, triumphed on TVs in everything from Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice to The Carol Burnett Show, and on stage held the title roles from Hedda Gabler to Peter Pan.
Oh, yeah, she did theater. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
All this before winning yet another Oscar in Neil Simon's California Suite for playing multiple characters, including a conniving actress who is herself up for an Oscar and who practices a delicious, hamily, self-deprecating acceptance speech at one point, saying she doesn't want to sob all over Burt Reynolds. Okay, so she clearly was taking the mic.
No sobs
at Smith's actual acceptance speech at the Oscar, though. She thanked her writer, director, and her co-star.
All of this was well before a sort of second act in Smith's career that found her prim and proper as a chaperone in A Room with a View. Primly comic as the Mother Superior in Sister Act with Whoopi Goldberg.
Wait, shit, that was
Yes.
her!
Yes!
I forgot.
Sister Act! That's why I love that!
It's one of K-Storm's favorite movies.
It's so
By the
good.
defense, I saw that in Cuba.
It was
so I
Bro.
know
Okay, that's it.
We
need
gotta
to
sit
rewatch.
down and have a family.
You need to watch all 2. They're so good.
You
Oh
need
my
to watch
gosh.
that and Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
It was so good.
Getting
so
back
good.
to it. So, Cranky in the Best Exotic...
Wait, wrong screen. There we go.
Oops.
No.
Cranky in the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel movies, crankier still as the woman who came to stay in Alan Bennett's driveway in The Lady in the Van, and downright viperish as the mother to Ian McKellen's King in Shakespeare's Richard III.
Though he'd been slaughtering all comers for most of the movie at that point, there was such venom in her declaration that he was proud, subtle, sly, and bloody that McKellen looked shaken. As well he might. Contemporary playwrights had also taken note. Peter Schaeffer, the author of Amadeus and Equus, remembered he was once asked by Smith at a party why he kept writing plays about 2 men talking. He responded by going home and writing Lettice and Lavage specifically for her about an extravagantly over-imaginative tour guide, quote, to celebrate her glee and glitter in perfect timing, he told interviewers, and above all wit. Her presence is witty.
And then came the big climax. And then Smith's career, for which she'd been made a commander of the Order of the British Empire, and later a dame and a member of the Order of Companions of Honor, had a third act. One of which her fame grew out of all proportion for what she'd known before. Children recognized her on the street from the Harry Potter movies, because she was in all but one of them.
Wait, which one was she not in?
The Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, makes
To be
sense.
fair, though, most people were not for that one. It was basically the main characters running away.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
And while she was casting spells on kids, their parents and grandparents awaited her every utterance on TV's Downton Abbey. How do you say that again?
Downton Abbey.
Abbey, where for 6 seasons she brought a capricious sense of humor to the sort of woman she never was in her real life. Aloof, entitled, undiplomatic, impatient, argumentative, hidebound, and so thoroughly winning, audiences could not get enough of her.
Yep. Then, that at least, Lady Violet had in common with the woman who played her. Maggie Smith left audiences craving more of her presence for 7 decades, though she worked so constantly that the Dowager Countess' most famously clueless question, "What is a weekend?" might almost have been her own.
God. Man.
She will be missed.
Yeah, needless to
really
say,
would be.
the word prolific doesn't do her justice. This woman has had basically a string of non-stop hits in her career, and she's been kicking ass for every single one of them. I fear that one like her, we're not going to be getting for a long, long time.
She was really beloved by everyone.
One of a
Absolutely.
It's the professionalism, it's the work ethic that people freaking admired about her. It's the fact that she was strict on her work, but she didn't carry herself too seriously as to not
She didn't let it go to her head.
Exactly.
And when she portrayed the characters in those movies, like, there's something about Maggie Smith that she brings a special aura in bringing those characters to life.
She has this
Her
kind
own little
of
twist.
willful charisma. I don't know how to explain it. She has basically, when she spoke, you had to listen. She had this authority to her voice, and this very flat, but at the same time, it's a high-pitched flat. I don't know what the actual term. I want to affectionately call it waspy. She had a very snappish way of talking, as if she was about to say something very nasty to you, but she held it back. So she carried this authority in her voice that when she spoke, you wanted to hear what she had to say.
One of the best remembered lines of hers in modern culture over here in the Harry Potter movies was right in the first one in Sorcerer's Stone, where Ron and Harry are running late to class, and she's transformed as a cat at the moment, and she jumps at him like, what's his face? Rupert Grint is Ron's like, that was bloody brilliant, like. Why, thank you, Mr. Weasley. Perhaps it would do well to transfer one of you two into a pocket watch. Maybe then at least one of you would be on time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we got lost. Perhaps a map then. I trust you don't need one to find your seats.
And not only
3
that
books
one,
later, wow,
it
this
was,
is convenient.
whenever there's trouble, why is it always you three?
Yeah, no.
I
It's like
love that line.
She had the perfect teacher attitude of, I am so sick and tired of your shit right now.
like listen. I love you kids, and I will fight to defend you with my bare hands if I have to. But don't fuck with me, please.
One of my personal favorite
I'm old, and I'm tired, and I'm working with fucking children. Literally.
Continue.
My personal favorite is actually an extra scene they added, not from the books, but in the movies. I think it was the 5th movie when they were preparing for the dance.
4th movie, Goblet of Fire.
The Yule Ball.
And she was teaching the students how to dance, and the poor dudes were embarrassed to shit, and she's like, come on now, I dance with worse than you. And she's just basically leading them around the ballroom, teaching them how to dance, and they look like they're about to shit.
I will not have you besmirch the name of Godric Gryffindor by acting like a babbling, bumbling band of baboons.
And she hits that just with straight
face.
Like,
straight face.
You can
Which was
tell that the
perfect.
inside she's going, and now I get to shit on you.
It's my turn, motherfuckers.
It was great. She was great.
Yeah, it's not opinion, it is fact. She is beloved by everyone, not just in the entertainment industry, but everyone who has followed her career and everyone who's followed her personally, friends and family.
Exactly, yeah. She lived in Canada in the 70s and did theater and Shakespeare theater for 4 seasons, says Lisa Boo. That's so cool.
She was classically trained. She was a thespian. Can we call her a thespian?
Yes.
So she feels thespian-like.
She is a thespian.
Now, continuing with the
Proudly.
story on this honored thespian, we have an article from BBC.com, and the headline reads, "Tributes paid to the true legend, Dame Maggie Smith."
You gotta say Dame. It's like saying Sir for Mr. For
Christopher Lee or
Christopher
Ian
Lee.
McKellen.
Or Sir Patrick Stewart.
Exactly. That is Dame right there.
by-
But you will not disrespect her by not including that title.
She will come out of her grave and she will talk some shit to you.
You put some respect on her name.
Respect.
Put some respect on her name.
Yes.
That's respect with a K at the end, not with CT. K.
No. She will get angry and she will correct my grammar.
Excuse me.
She
Yes,
gets
she
the proper
would.
respect
I
word.
mean, yeah.
If you're going to honor me, please do so with proper vocabulary.
Yeah, no.
That's
Why did I
something that
get
she
a
would
grading
say
from
she
the
would.
cemetery that says D?
All right.
Like, what
Now,
the fuck?
This article was published 14 hours ago by Helen Bushby and Ian Youngs. So let's go ahead and continue. Dame Maggie Smith, best known for her Harry Potter films and Downton Abbey, has been remembered as a true legend of stage and screen following her death at the age of 89. Tributes have been paid by the King and Prime Minister, as well as numerous co-stars from her long career. King Charles described her as, quote, a national treasure, while Sir Keir Starmer said she was, quote, beloved by so many of her great talent. Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe fondly remembered her, quote, fierce intellect and, quote, gloriously sharp tongue.
Yep. Let's see. Miriam Margoyles said she was, quote, the best of the best, who combined, quote, ferocity, a glint of mischief, delight, and tenderness, and enormous courage. I've been in awe of her, as all her colleagues are, Margoyles told BBC News. I saw what kind of person she could be, as well as absolutely terrifying. Okay, so that would be an episode from this lady. I don't know if we should play it.
No, copyright.
Okay, Dame Maggie was known... Sorry, go ahead.
Dame Maggie was known...
Angel.
Oh, Angel, go ahead.
Dame Maggie was known for her sharp tongue, on screen and off, during a very acclaimed career that spanned 8 decades. In the Harry Potter films, she played the acerbic... That's the word, acerbic.
Acerbic, yeah, okay,
Professor
that was the word,
Minerva McGonagall, famous for her pointed witch's hat and stern manner with the young wizards at Hogwarts. Paying tribute, Radcliffe said... She was a fierce intellect, had a gloriously sharp tongue, could intimidate and charm in the same instant, and was, as everyone will tell you, extremely funny. I will always consider myself amazingly lucky to have been able to work with her and to spend time around her on set. The word legend is overused, but if it applies to anyone in our industry, then it applies to her. Thank you, Maggie. Based.
Emma Watson said she didn't quite appreciate that young Hermione was sharing the screen with, quote, a true definition of greatness until her adult years. Posting on Instagram, she remembered the star for being real, honest, funny, and self-honoring. Maggie, there are a lot of male professors, and by God, you held your own.
Now, Rupert Grint, who played Ron Weasley in the films, said he felt, quote, incredibly lucky to have shared a set with Dame Maggie, and particularly lucky to have shared a dance in a post on Instagram.
Yeah, and, like, because she picked Ron out of the crowd to, like, okay, boys, who's volunteering? Weasley, how about you? And everyone was like, oh my God, you're getting wrecked for the rest of your life.
We will remember you for your
place your hand
days.
on my waist. My what? Everyone was like,
on
my waist. Okay, yeah, all right. And teaching them the fucking waltz.
For the most ironic part is that in the actual movie, Ron didn't get an actual dance scene.
Well, now he does.
Yeah, now he does. In hit ITV drama Downton Abbey, Dame Maggie played Violet Crawley, the Dowager Countess of Gratham, the Grand Matriarch who excelled at withering one-liners through the show's 6 series. Elsewhere in her career, she won 2 Oscars for the prime of Miss Jean Brodie in 1970 and California Suite in 1979. She's had 4 other nominations and received several BAFTA awards. 7 BAFTA awards.
In a statement, the King and Queen said, quote, as the curtain comes down on a national treasure, we joined all those around the world in remembering with the fondest admiration and affection her many great performances and her warmth and wit that shone through both off and on the stage. The Prime Minister agreed that Dame Maggie was a, quote, true legend, a true national treasure whose work will be cherished for generations to come. She quote, introduced us to new worlds with the countless stories she acted over her long career, Sir Keir said.
Now, Hugh Bonneville, who played the Earl of Gratham in Downton Abbey, said, quote, anyone who ever shared a scene with Maggie will attest to her sharp eye, sharp wit, and formidable talent. I mean, yeah, of course. Ask Rupert Grint.
Yeah,
she was a true legend of her generation, and thankfully will live on in so many magnificent screen performances. Now, you guys can read the rest of the article on your own time, but yes, unfortunately, we have lost a timeless icon. But
she was a legend.
She's one in a million.
She's one in a million, and her work lives on through many, like we said, through many different pieces of media. If you have access to any streaming services or other means, then you could go ahead and marathon Downton Abbey, or you can, as Juan mentioned, marathon watching Sister Act and Sister Act 2. And yes, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say this right now to all the idiots who will likely bite my head off, but you know what? It's my choice. All right. The only reason I would think of revisiting the movie series of the Harry Potter films is to pay my respect and my tribute to the actors who have passed, because I personally was not exposed to any of these actors, Alan Rickman, Maggie Smith,
Michael Gambon,
and the first Dumbledore.
Richard Harris.
No,
not Richard Harris. Shoot.
You look them up. But the point is,
It's kind of sad.
I didn't know who
they're
the
all gone now.
I didn't
No,
know
it
who
is
these
Richard Harris, my bad.
Richard Harris. I didn't know who these actors were until I saw the Harry Potter films. That's where I opened. That's
Also-
where my eyes opened to them.
Also, Robbie Coltrane, Hagrid.
And
Yeah,
Roddy
that's
Coltrane.
also.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair though, most of them worked in like actual theater and British television. So this was like the biggest American role they
Okay,
had.
but my point is, that is the only reason I would think of to revisit those movies. Okay, and I don't want to hear any bitching from anybody out there who's saying that I am subscribing to the story of Harry Potter, that I'm subscribing to J.K. Rowling's work. No, this is me paying homage, paying respect, and my appreciation for our fallen actors.
Also, they were good movies, man. Like nobody has the right to judge you on it. They were still good movies.
It's okay. The good news
Yeah,
is
but
we
you
have-
know, that people on the internet, they'll find some reason to complain and throw
Of course they
stones
would.
at you.
How dare you, you chod incel?
No,
What's
actually-
the other term? Fascist?
Actually, there's good news.
What?
We already bought the DVDs of the Harry Potter series a long time ago, so,
Yeah, so
we can watch
pretty
that
much-
guilt free.
Yeah, so literally no money is going to her. So
I actually do still have my. I actually still have my copies. Ironically,
See, there you go.
they're right next to the original Matrix films that are still.
I've got those too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just addressing to the people who get angry at J.K. Rowling for
Rightfully so. I
rightfully
mean, she's
so.
a fucking idiot.
as a disclaimer, we do not support her at all.
No, we don't.
We simply
Because her
separate
views
the
are
art from
shit.
the artist. That's it. I like the movies. I like the books. I have not stopped liking the movies or the books.
It's not like
And
you're.
that's as far as it's gonna go.
And it's not
I
as if you're
haven't
buying
read
more
or
copies
watched them
of the
in a
same
long
books
time.
and
Not
movies.
really. Like I have my copies. I'm not gonna. Actually, I might have to get a new one from like Prison of Azkaban. It ripped apart when I was moving.
What the book? I was like
Yeah.
ripped apart. Like wait, the
It
DVD.
exploded in my
The
hands.
DVD ripped apart.
Yeah, no. Sadly, that thing was in like the wrong side of the box, and it got like jostled so badly that it snapped in half like a cracker.
I hate
So I
when
might
that
get a new
happens.
copy of that one. But at the end of the day, like I said, we want to put Rowling's dumbass opinions aside. Her work, whether you like it or not, moved a lot of lives, made a lot of people happy, and it created some of the best movies that we've seen in a long time with some of the greatest actors that we have had the pleasure of seeing on the big screen. So I will not burnish their memory by bringing controversy into this. Sadly, all of those people have passed away, but all the same, while their work should still be appreciated because, god damn it, they gave us some damn good memories when they told us to turn to page 394.
Yes!
94.
Like, dude,
Or when they told us to go back to our quarters and no dawdling.
Exactly. I shouldn't have told you that. I shouldn't have said that.
I'm sorry, but I will forever love the twins.
Angel! Angel, this is put your name into the goblet of fire! This is put your name into the goblet of fire!
And you call yourselves our mother.
He said
Oh my
calmly.
god.
Also,
I love
more
the twins.
importantly, they kill Cedric and he became Batman. So you know what? That's a good net win right there.
No, you are wrong.
Hold on, no.
I got
He
this.
became a vampire.
He became a vampire
He
first,
became a sparkling
and
vampire.
then he became Batman.
Yes.
Wait, no, I messed up. I'm sorry. He became a vampire first, then he became a board. Then he became Batman.
No. It's he was killed as a wizard. He became a vampire. He had a weird homoerotic love life with Willem Dafoe in a
Oh, so he
lighthouse.
became a sailor.
And then he became Batman.
No.
And then he became a bird.
Really?
Yes,
Batman
the
was
boy-
before the bird?
Yes. The Boy in the
Real?
Heron came out after the Batman.
Hang on, are you telling me that he became the Batman before he became Robin?
Wow! No, he became Batman before he became Birdman!
Well, you know what?
Zach, thank you. Don't go besmirching Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
No, I'm just saying, like, if he became
He'll
Robin,
take the case.
if he became Robin, that's a good excuse for Ben Affleck to come back.
No, it isn't.
Ben Affleck is tired. He's also divorced.
Okay,
Again.
joking aside,
Yeah.
everybody,
Hi, K-Storm.
I would like
Hi,
to take this
K-Storm.
moment. All right, everybody, please. Joking aside, I would like to take this moment right now for us to give a moment of silence for the passing of Dame Maggie Smith. Thank you very much for the memories that you have given us throughout your entire career. You will be sorely missed. And of course, we also would like to send our deepest condolences to the family and friends to those closest to Dame Maggie Smith.
Thank you very much for joining us with that moment of silence, folks. Appreciate it a bunch. So
how the heck are we going to pivot to the next story? This is going to be weird.
It's not pretty set time, but we can live with it.
You know what we need is listen. Rather than mourning her passing, what you need to do is celebrate our lives and celebrate in her honor and celebrate life in her place.
Don't cry because she's gone. Smile because she was here.
And enjoy yourself. Have a party. Like freaking invite people out. Make it a shindig, an occasion for people to come to. Why
don't we make it like extra fancy in honor of her like high status as a dame, like something with fancy dresses and
where you can dress
gowns.
up.
Yeah,
Big
people like that.
chandeliers with lots of crystals.
Oh, that sounds so good.
That'd be cool,
I
right?
always wanted to go to one of those events
It's the
too.
one where the portions are like tiny, but they fill you up for a whole day.
Right, and it's like, and you have like a whole string quartet playing for you
With
over
the
there.
stringing.
Oh my
and you can start dancing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A big
See,
dance
something like
floor.
that
See,
is
that'd
just
be fun.
really cool.
That'd
We
be
should
nice,
bring back
wouldn't it?
top hats and
Yeah,
capes.
and haven't there been like a lot of events like that coming out where
Yeah.
people can, buy the tickets and then just dress up
they
in their best?
usually set up the place for you, so you
Yes.
don't have to do all the hard work. You
That's
just pay
so,
them
dude,
to do it.
this
enjoy
sounds
it.
like a
Just
wonderful
come.
idea.
Yeah.
How come nobody has thought of it yet?
I know that they have plenty of events before,
Yeah.
like just in other places. I know there's one of them where they can pick you as what was it?
They pick you up in a chariot with
No.
horses.
They pick one person that comes out as the dame of the ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Those would be nice.
That'd be so cool.
Bring back a little class to the procedures.
Okay,
kind of thing.
so that being said, new DashCon just dropped, folks.
Wait, what, huh?
Wait, what?
Oh,
Okay, so sort of an aside, but
Wait, so you're saying that this happened and it was trash?
it wasn't just trash.
Was it a dumpster fire?
It was a dumpster fire going down a flooded street.
Oh, come on.
Oh, so it was like
It was a
something happened.
Floridian dumpster fire.
Oh, that kind.
Wait.
But it wasn't in Florida.
Okay, I was about to say.
What-
It was in
Florida.
Detroit.
Oh, well, that explains everything.
Okay, so for those of you who may or may not know, the
About DashCon?
the Netflix period drama series Bridgerton, the producers behind it, they host their own Bridgerton Experience ball. Okay, you'll be back, honey? All right.
She said 15 minutes.
Love you. Okay, love you. Okay, so and it's like officially sanctioned and sponsored by Netflix, and that one, we can go to those. The tickets are pricey, but it'd be worth the price of admission. But for those who may not necessarily be able to afford such an experience, there was an attempt from a different event planning
Third party?
yeah, third party company.
Here's the thing, whenever
An
there's like a
attempt, if you
third
wanna call it
party,
that.
guys,
What
whenever
do you
there's a
say?
third party with that, usually that's not going to be good.
Now, when you say third party, do you mean like these guys are not official, but they do a good job third party? Or I found this on the corner of an Etsy ad third
was
party?
it officially sanctioned?
Or is
It
this
was
not-
not-
or was it
is this
fan run?
AliExpress third party?
Well, these guys
was
give it a
definite-
2-star rating on Yelp.
Let me put it this way: it was neither officially sanctioned nor fan run.
Oh, no.
At
And
least some fan run things can be good.
And the only social media that I had was an Instagram, and I emphasize on had.
No official
gone?
website either?
It's gone.
Did
Not even
they
a
pack up and
Discord?
run?
They ran for the fucking hills.
Did
Like
we
I
just
said-
got Emperor's New Clothes?
We got Emperor's New Clothes. We
Okay.
got DashCon.
Guys-
We got a brand new Glasgow Willy Wonka
Okay,
experience.
guys, haven't we learned from experience where if there's only one little thing and it's not real well known and it costs a lot of fucking money,
That's a trap!
Yeah, it's a trap.
That wasn't
I would
even an
not.
ad in fucking Yahoo.
No.
Okay, but
I
Deanna
would
Rose, you
not
also have
trust
to
it.
understand, learning from past experiences, that's more of a suggestion for
Yeah,
the
that's
general
for
population.
like poor people. We don't
What
do
would
that.
you call guidelines and actual rules?
Listen. Most of those people are probably also cosplayers who dressed up as them. So, I mean, yeah, we're
To be
kind of
fair, though, we know a thing or two
technically
about...
we are poor people because we spend a lot of
To be
things
fair,
on
though,
cosplay.
Miss Diana, we do know a thing or two about cosplayers that spend reckless amounts of money with no thought of what they'll do 5 minutes later, do we?
We're looking at you. You know who you are.
All right, but let's
Yeah,
go ahead and
there's a lot of
jump
people.
into the story.
It's not
In
a
this,
single case either.
in this article
It's
that was
pretty much
provided to
what's
us,
wrong.
Juan, what's the source of the article?
From
BBC.
BBC.
BBC again. The headline reads, Bridgerton Ball promised glamour, it descended into chaos.
And this was just reported yesterday by Nor.
Do we know how many people?
Chaos?
I don't know how many.
We're gonna find out. The
Okay,
article
let
will
me
tell us.
actually zoom up a little more with
This
the
is
text.
comfy. I gotta give me one of
The
these.
article will tell us. Don't worry.
By Noor Naji and Rosina Sini. This was yesterday.
So,
Okay. Oh God.
Go ahead,
You know
Juan,
what?
you
I'll
take-
go ahead and I'll play this person's TikTok over here.
all
It's
right.
TikTok, so they can't sue us.
Exactly. So shut up. Okay. Freaking
Fuck you,
advertisement.
China.
Music.
Ads.
Freaking advertisement.
Okay,
We're
give
gonna
it
have
a
to
minute,
wait.
give it a
No,
minute,
give it a minute. Don't do anything, Juan.
Almost there? Okay.
You're clicky happy.
What the hell? Where's the sound?
You muted it there.
I don't
I
think
didn't-
she put any sound on it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
Oh, so
I
It's,
think
it's
it's
fine.
that,
Let's
yeah.
just look at it.
the event started. It was supposed to be at
7
7 p.m.
There
She's
they
got her
are.
hobby there. She's about to show off her looks.
No
no
food,
food.
no drinks, not
Oh
enough.
my-
Wow.
No chair, like not
Ghetto
enough chairs. And
speakers
stuff.
with
Oh my
audio.
god!
Okay.
This
trying to-
almost looks like a high school thing.
They
There
had-
was a fucking pole dancer.
Oh my god, she looked
Wait,
so
wait.
out of place.
I'm sorry. If this is Bridgerton, this is like high class. Why is there like again? No disrespect to pole dancers or anything. It's why
Oh,
is
video
that?
has no sound. That's
Yeah,
why.
why
That's
is
fine.
that there for a high class event like that?
Because she's a high-class
Bridget-
pole dancer.
She was hired.
Okay, let's take
Simple.
a look over here in the actual story, folks.
One ticket.
Okay, Nita
a
Morton
ball.
turned up at a Bridgerton-themed ball expecting glitz, glamour with a U,
Glamour.
and fabulous food. The event in Detroit, Michigan on Sunday night, so this is last week, invited fans to, quote, step into the enchanting world of the Regency era with sophistication, grace, and historical charm.
Oh,
So far, so good. But what happened next could also make a Netflix drama itself. Guests say they found soggy noodles, chicken bones, melancholy decor, a single violin, and a pole dancer.
I saw that video.
Dragon Fang, you came just in time. You're going to want to pass her the crampy cake.
I saw some
My
of the
high
video
school
clips that
parties
people
were
took.
better.
I saw some of the clips that people took. That poor violin player just sitting in a
She's-
corner, working those strings as best as she could. It was the saddest picture I ever witnessed.
I was brought to tears, 25-year-old Nita told the BBC. It was the worst event I'd ever been to. My high school parties were better. Bridgerton food is turkey and
saying
ham
something.
and grand dessert tables with things like macaroons, she told the BBC. But we got soggy noodles with tomato sauce and small chicken wings. The blunder has gone viral on social media as attendees who paid nearly $200 or £150 per ticket complained it was a scam.
Look, that's the picture. Look at
Ah!
No. I'm sorry. If you're gonna price something at $200, then it better be fucking good.
Is this not the
It
saddest
better
image
be
you've ever seen
fancy.
today?
God, that is depressing.
It is.
Oh
Ugh,
my
I
god.
got cold watching that.
Guests in fancy ball gowns say they were reduced to sitting on the floor due to a lack of chairs and
couldn't
some
even
left
afford
early.
chairs.
And some left early from McDonald's or Burger King when food ran out. People have been quick to note the similarities with other viral flops, including the Fire Festival in the
I was about to
Bahamas
say. I was about
and
to
the
talk
Willy
about
Wonka experience in Glasgow.
Again, to everyone, we should be kind of a little more critical over these sudden things just showing up and them having barely any media
Any
outlets
presence or-
and
Yeah.
also previous experiences running things. If you see something like this, be careful
See-
because that.
Yeah.
I can offer a counter.
I think, guys, this is going to start to be a fad now where people are just using this to get money and
Some
run.
edit and edit
There's
shit.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
a lot
I was,
more
Yeah.
of these.
I was gonna say, learning goes both ways because the organizers of this event did learn from past experiences and be like, "Hey, how can we make it worse?"
Yeah, how can we escape before we face all the consequences of our actions?
Literally, it's going to
Also,
become a commonplace
For the record,
now.
the Fire Festival, people were fooled by it because it had a famous rap star involved into it. I forgot his name.
It was Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
Let's just put it this way: there's a reason why Eminem and 50 Cent
Don't
clown on
want
Ja Rule.
Yeah, but the point is, Ja Rule has money and he has somehow enough clout in the industry that he fooled a bunch of rich kids and not so rich kids into wasting a lot of money on this very stupid event. This, as Juan ever so eloquently put, had no root or basis of support for trust. There was, what would they have? They had an Instagram?
They had
Nothing else. No
an
Facebook,
Instagram.
no Twitter. It's called
Go
Twitter.
on,
Shut up,
Elon.
Elon.
It's called Twitter, Elon. Shut up.
No Discord, nothing.
Nothing, Nathan, nada.
Yeah, you
That
should have
should have
trusted
been.
that.
That should have been several red flags.
Yeah.
That was
there.
signed
Also,
one right.
Should have
did
been.
they even
Red
know?
flags.
Did they even know? Did they show the owners at all?
Actually,
Because if they didn't, then who's to say that they won't do another event because people don't know
Under
what
a
they look
different
like.
Under a different name, that's exactly the
It
problem.
wouldn't be the first time
Yeah.
something
Alright.
like this has happened.
So, continuing with the article, I'll take over from here. The ball,
yeah,
in
that
no
was
way,
balls, all right.
in no way associated with Netflix or production companies Shondaland, was organized by Uncle and Me LLC.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. 1 second.
Uncle
what?
and Me?
What kind of name is that?
It's
I
the
don't
name for the uncle that you don't want to invite for family reunions.
Yeah.
The one that has like
Oh
a
my
rap,
fucking
the one that has
God.
a rap sheet about this long. That kind of uncle.
It didn't-
Uncle and Me sounds like a
Several
book
red
name.
flags right there.
Right. It did not respond to the BBC's request for comment, but told local media it was working to address concerns.
Translation: we're trying to erase our tracks and run as fast as we can.
The BBC has spoken to some of those who attended to hear how high society turned into bitter disappointment.
All right, okay. Chicken wasn't cooked properly.
By the way,
Plates of chicken
risk
balls
of
were
food
left
poisoning.
lying around. Oh my god.
Couldn't they technically get them for endangerment for having
is
it?
food poisoning.
Oh,
Yeah.
good news! These fucking idiots still have their Instagram up.
Oh?
Okay, well, let's focus on the article. Let's
Okay,
not. Yeah,
well,
come on.
Well, I'll pull it up in a minute, Angel. Don't worry. We'll go to
one thing at a time.
Okay, so the itinerary for the ball, seen by the BBC, included photo opportunities, dance lessons, and a fashion show.
None of those things happened.
People who had purchased some more expensive tickets were also promised dinner and a violinist.
Well, there was
Wait, there was a
violinist.
violinist? Yeah.
But alarm bells started ringing for guests when they arrived and found no one at the door to greet them.
So they were already running.
So excited. Let's see. Dearest gentle reader, and we are beyond excited to see you later on this evening. Parking will be located adjacent to the Harmony Club. See you soon. Time, activity 5 p.m. Doors open. First, the dinner violinist photo op. Okay, you see.
Wait. Go up. GA guests.
Georgia guest. Wait,
Georgia-
GA guest?
GA guests?
What the fuck
Wait,
is
so did they say that there was going to be...
General
Oh,
admission.
general
Okay.
attendance.
I
General
was about to
attendance.
say, I'm like, did they actually have guest
Georgia
guests?
No.
Yeah.
general
With
attendance.
Queen.
Jackson
What
5
queen?
Catering.
Okay. Jackson 5 Catering. They better. Okay,
Ooh,
look.
I'm wondering if they're trying to throw the catering under the bus saying,
Oh,
oh
good
yeah,
grasp.
they're the reasons why.
You bet.
That's
Oh,
what
okay,
they are.
live research. We're
Yeah.
looking up Jackson 5 Catering.
While you're doing that, Juan, please scroll
Okay,
down so I can
winner
read the
of the
rest
diamond of the season, Lord Raffle. Yeah, the proposed itinerary of the ball.
So
Kimberly
Kimber-
Pineda.
I was going to take
Go
this
ahead.
one. Kimberly Pineda, who posted a TikTok video about her experiences, told the BBC, quote, anyone could have walked in due to the lack of a check in progress. She said guests were walking out as she arrived, with one warning her not to bother going in. Once inside, she said she was faced with, quote, cheap decorations and said the ballroom was completely sparse. There were just a few vendors who I felt sorry for. They had been booked and had no idea either what was going on. Plates were being stacked up on top of each other, glasses were being reused, whole plates of foods were being left too, and someone told me the chicken wasn't cooked properly and the beans smelled like fish.
Oh!
How can the
red
beans
flag,
smell
red
like
Oh
fish?
my
It's
god!
that they fermented so much they are borderline inedible. Fun fact, the Japanese have a recipe with fermented soybeans called natto. They use soy specifically to avoid that smell.
Okay.
Natto doesn't smell like this
Okay,
to begin with.
so just to clarify, I was half right and half wrong. The good news is their Instagram is up.
What's it called again?
Uncle and Me LLC. Uncle and Me LLC.
Where
That-
was this? Where was the event located?
Detroit.
Detroit. Okay.
Okay, so that's the good news. The bad news is you try to send this to you try to go to their website uncleandme.com and it just shows you the blank wix.com page of it.
Yeah.
The worst part is, I know the Jackson's catering firm, as Dragon Fans has so a
Catering,
fan,
yeah.
they seem to do good work. They have like almost 5-star
So,
reviews.
so they lied about them catering.
Or whatever they did not give them time to prepare the food, or something
Let's-
has gone horribly wrong. Because as far as I
Okay,
can tell,
Jackson's is that the one Jackson 5?
Yes, yes.
yeah, and so far I'm not seeing anything
Weird.
there.
All right.
I think that they lied about that, and now they're trying to maybe destroy this business, saying,
Maybe.
"Oh
They
yeah, no,
had
they
a
did."
4.4.
All
out
right.
of
Well,
5.
before we continue, let me turn to the chat real quick. Now,
By the
Lisa
way,
Booth.
the VIP ticket is almost $400.
What?
Fuck that shit.
What?
Please go ahead.
Yes. Ben Cruz commented saying the crazy part, Maggie Smith died exactly 1 year of the day Dumbledore actor Michael Gambit died.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about timing. And Kyle Canada commented saying, that's the kind of uncle that spends time in your mother's bedroom whenever you're not around. Whoa, that's creepy. Why would you say that?
Cause you're a creep. Uncle's a weirdo. What the hell is he doing here?
Whoa.
He don't belong here. Get out of my mother's room. Radiohead are awesome. Anyway, look, okay, just to show you folks. Just to show the fine folks at home, they only had how many fucking other things on here? 9 of them.
Apparently, and don't quote me on this, according to Reddit, this is already a running theme. There have been other bowls known as the Bridgestone Bowls, Farcore Bowls, and Taylor Swift Bowl, and they have all turned out into scams. So this appears to be the latest case of a continuing trend.
Like, okay, but this particular event planning group, you see the type of stuff that they put up here, though. You see Motor City Spring Pop-Up Show, this kind of stuff. Let's see, JT Payroll, Giovanni, let's see, Summer Festival at Hart Plaza, Motor City Summer Festival. Like this kind of presentation, this kind of like event is way beyond anything they'd ever tried before. So yeah, Detroit Bridgerton themed ball, September 22nd at the Harmony Club.
And this is the site of the venue.
That was the venue. Okay, the Detroit Bridgerton themed ball is almost here.
The girls were putting so much effort into getting their dresses, man. It's kind of sad.
Now let's go to their website, uncleandme.com.
Let's check that shit out.
Bum 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 bum. Play.
Wow!
Trying to cover their tracks.
No surprises there.
Oh my God.
No surprises
Shall we
there.
continue with the nightmare of the article? Hang on. Hang on. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. Is this the one?
It's related.
Hang on. Oh no, yeah, it's a different one. Okay,
It's different. Well, I mean, do we want to?
Well, here we are.
All right. So
Okay.
no, like Kimberly, Andy Bell found the food and drink options woefully inadequate.
Hors d'oeuvres were meant to be available to all guests, and the leftovers from the dinner were the promised hors d'oeuvres. Then,
Then came the entertainment, which for some proved to be the final straw.
Hello.
Cheese delivery.
So,
No cheese for you.
I know. Quote, as the night wore on, we were presented with an exotic dancer with a pole which very much appeared to be a stripper. A lack of dance lessons at the scheduled time, despite most of us being in the ballroom waiting, and eventually club music was blasted from the stage, Andy said. At that point, my sister and I left.
Guys, this is a small piece of information that I just found on the Reddit website. The BridgertonExperience.com website, the one that actually handles those balls.
like the real one.
Yeah, it doesn't even list Detroit as an option. The implication is that Uncle and Me basically used the name of the event itself to gather clout before scamming everybody.
No way.
This also means that Netflix might decide to take legal action against them because they essentially were riding on their coattails to fuck with people.
Oh my goodness.
$400 VIP tickets, by the way.
All right.
By the way, yeah, definitely check your sources on this stuff, folks. Yeah.
So this article pretty much describes like the entire experiences from many different testimonies, and they could all collectively agree the entire event was absolute garbage. It was absolutely nothing like they advertised.
Kimberly, meanwhile, said her, quote, jaw dropped when the pole dancer's performance began. we were promised a Bridgerton-themed musical experience, but we were not expecting a pole dance.
Nothing classier than... yeah.
Like, listen, for the record, I ain't never gonna knock anybody for...
I'm not gonna say no to pole dancing.
But
Bayonetta speaks British, and she pole dances pretty good.
But it's completely...
There's a
like,
time and a place.
asymmetrical for the fucking theme.
There's a time and a place, and that was not the time or place for the pole dancer.
Other entertainment included a Queen Charlotte act, one of the characters from the show, but another guest, Amanda Sue Mathis, felt she was hardly regal, sitting in a, quote, cheap costume with a backdrop that looked like it was, quote, purchased at a dollar store with a fake stuffed dog sitting on her lap. The photographer, meanwhile, was only able to airdrop pictures, said Nita. It meant people with Android phones resorted to taking pictures of his phone. And while there was a violinist, she was having to perform across 3 floors, Nita said. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think we're good right there, man.
Oh, for the record,
no.
For the
No, we're
record,
not. Like-
the stripper only danced twice and then left.
Yikes.
The pole dancer, yeah. Let's see. In a statement to WXYZ
Here,
TV,
I'll read this one.
Uncle and Me LLC said,
One. I got. Uncle and the LLC said, quote, "We understand that not everyone had the experience they hoped for at our most recent event on Sunday night at the Harmony Club, and for that, we sincerely apologize. Our intention was to provide a magical evening, but we recognize that organizational challenges affected the enjoyment of some guests. We take full responsibility and accountability for these shortcomings." The company said it was working to address all concerns raised by guests, adding, quote, "We are reviewing resolution options which will be communicated shortly."
Translation, we are desperately trying to avoid legal repercussions.
We are buying ourselves time to literally run away.
Oh, wow, it's another black woman.
Well, she was the single violinist. Wait, what?
What do you mean by that?
In the Willy Wonka thing, the lady wearing the mask and doing the monster part, she was also a black lady.
No, I thought that was a dude.
That was a woman-ass woman.
Oh my god, poor
hey,
fuckers.
Bruce, that means that their disguise was good, but it just keeps happening.
The company's website does not appear to be working. Yeah, no,
again, they are running away.
We showed it here, guys. No shit, it ain't working.
How dare you taunt me with a bundled pile of USB cables? I have one of those in my house, you piece of shit.
While the event site, which was available until the middle of the week, now also appears to be down, adding to fans' frustration. Nita claims the statement was gaslighting attendees. Quote, "We've had no contact with the company for days."
Okay, I'm actually wondering.
They just lied to you.
I'm wondering exactly how did you have to pay for the tickets? Because I mean, if it went through PayPal, you
Most
could actually
likely.
dispute it. Also, you can dispute it against your credit card or debit card.
Yeah, no, it is likely that
Saying
was the reason
this
why
was a
You can
scam.
dispute it through your bank.
They didn't even have an official site to preserve tickets, so they had to probably use a third-party thing like...
Yeah. So
PayPal.
if anyone who is watching went there, dispute it. Dispute
Yeah.
it right now.
Right away.
Take screenshots of the
Yeah.
email saying that you bought it, and then of the site now, and like this was a scam. Please get my money back.
They'll side with you.
They'll do it. They don't give a damn. Let's see here. Let's see. Andy claims communications from the organizers had been non-existent. Kimberly says she, quote, feels, quote, robbed of her money and time, having spent $440 on her outfit alone!
In that case, please go to the actual Bridgerton experience.
And-
That is good.
And Amanda, a superfan who has watched Bridgerton 6 times from start to finish, described it as, quote, "a dream come true until it wasn't."
So, what's next?
Similar recent debacles. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saving my breath for the next part of the
Okay.
show, so please go ahead.
Let's see. After the similar recent debacles might offer a clue as to how things will pan out. After the spectacular failure of the Wonka experience earlier this year in Glasgow, where police were called as tempers flared at a near-empty warehouse, organizers said full refunds would be given to ticket holders. Meanwhile, the Fire Festival promised a luxury 2-week music event in the Bahamas, but fans arrived to find no musical acts, no planning, and only disaster relief tents to sleep in.
The tents. Dude, I remember that. Okay, first off, thank you, internet historian, for your comprehensive coverage of that fucking disaster. The part that gets me is when the bus turns the corner and you see the tents and the people in the bus start screaming and one people goes, "We gotta get out of this island."
Oh my god, you're right. I fucking remember that. Thank you, internet historian. Just months after being released from prison over the 2017 event, organizer Billy McFarland announced a reboot. Fire 2 is due to take place in April 2025.
I'm sorry. How can you
Fuck you,
dare
buddy.
try and do that again when you fucked up the first time?
You're getting out of prison, you idiot! You think we're going to just take it?
Who is even gonna
Should
go
another
to this?
Bridgerton
no one
themed...
does.
No, the guy did the Fire Fest here. Should another Bridgerton-themed ball be arranged in the near future, fans in Detroit might be coining a phrase from Anthony Bridgerton himself. You are the bane of my existence and the object of all my desires.
Very nice.
Fucking hell!
Oh
Alas,
my god.
over-promising and under-delivering. Boy, when haven't I heard that before? But yeah, no, this is very clearly a third-party group that decided to use the fame of the proper downtown, I want to say
Bridgerton.
Downtown Abbey. Bridgestone Ball to basically boost themselves, screw people out of money, and did they really thought they were going to get away with this? Like, at some point you gotta go like, yeah, the law is going to kill me. I'm going to go to jail for
Greedy
this dog.
motherfuckers.
A little foresight would have helped them.
Yeah.
Then again, foresight would have also prevented those other parties from turning into a disaster.
Yeah, good point. You know what? Foresight would have had Ja Rule realize that this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, K-Storm.
Also, how come one guy went to jail but Ja Rule didn't? He was equally responsible for
Ja
Fire
Rule
Fest.
cut and run quick. Let me see here.
What a
Cody-
bitch.
I mean,
Hey!
of course, what do you expect from a bitch like him?
Kodisha Rando Sama's on the chat. Rest in peace, Dame Maggie Smith. Yes. Yes, she is beloved by all, and we will celebrate her work by revisiting all of her past movies that she's been a part of.
I haven't watched Bridgerton, so many love it.
It's so damn
Yeah,
good.
you're
I
right,
haven't
Mr.
watched it either yet.
Like, actually, I haven't exactly seen full Bridgerton, but I caught clips here and there. And it is a genuinely good mastery work of elegance. That shit looks noble.
You know what?
Great.
I'm gonna check it out myself. I want to see what all the hype is about.
Like, they have those, like... Okay, the gentlemen are obviously dressed in fine, like, tailored suits. They look very good, like fancy penguins. But the ball dresses that the ladies put on, I'm talking layers of jewelry and silks combined together in a way. They look
And
like wedding
petticoats.
cakes.
You're right, Ben Cruz. You're right. Maggie Smith
she was
wasn't
in
Hook.
Hook.
She was Wendy.
yes.
One of her earliest roles, if I recall.
Well, earliest it was only in the 90s, but she was already an older lady, too.
Yeah. Fun fact, for that movie, they had to apply makeup to make her look
older
older than
than
she
she
was.
was, yeah.
That lady wasn't growing wrinkles until she hit like 70.
Yes.
Hello, Wendy
Goddamn,
lady.
Hook was so good.
Now.
Hello, Wendy lady.
I know.
Don't touch me!
Okay, you're just tempting fate.
Anyway,
Listen.
That being said, I think we can all collectively agree that Bridgerton party in Detroit was an absolute disaster.
That wasn't a party. That was an edit on any episode.
Oh my god, the poor
that
fucks.
wasn't it. That looks like something they would pull in a cul-de-sac.
Like, again, so I guess what we can take away from this is always do your research when you see all of these new events
Don't
coming
be
up.
tossing your money everywhere. You
Yeah,
might not get it back
especially
next
if
time.
they're how much
Make
was
sure
how much
it's
was tickets?
legit.
The
Basic
$400
ticket,
tickets.
the minimum
$400
ticket
tickets
was
according to Angel's
150 for regular people, minimum 400 for VIPs at maximum.
Yeah, so if you
Make sure you do your research.
do your research and also definitely check out the actual Bridgerton experience because that shit's good.
probably is.
Listen, guys, we know how pricey it can be.
Yeah.
We understand.
We're cosplayers.
I haven't gone to Disneyland in 20 years. It's been that long.
Yeah.
Point is, I meant Disney World. Whatever. Fucking point is, we know how bad you want to join in on those kind of experiences. Save your money. Take your time. Grab a flight to the closest city where the actual Bridgerton experience happens.
Let's see. For us, for us, the closest one, I believe it was Atlanta. So there's Melbourne, New York,
Melbourne, Australia.
Minneapolis, Denver, Toronto, Atlanta, San Francisco, Montreal, Washington, Chicago, and Los Angeles.
Way more places
So
than I
for us,
expected.
it's Atlanta. Closest
So there
one.
you go. We got plenty of legit locations you can go to, spend your money, and have the ball of your life. Just make sure that these are reputable sites, because at the end of the day, you're still responsible for your money. And while there are some scummy, conniving pieces of shit out there, let's be honest, guys, if you fall for something that blatant, that's kind of on you. I don't want a victim blame here, but...
And also, like, if you're going to spend money, make sure it's to an actual place where you're actually going to get the actual experience and not...
Like, you
this.
gotta do research, because if you propose me that kind of event and there's only one Instagram and nowhere else to communicate, I'm going to be asking
And they've
some
never done it
questions.
before.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Right? They've done like street festivals and like
Yeah, but
stuff.
that's like a street festival. That
This
is
is-
nothing like
that's
this.
Well,
nothing.
see, a street
That event
festival
is a whole different ballgame.
A street festival is when you go to the dark side of Detroit, you grab a piece of meat and throw it to see
No,
how many homos
Angel,
come
we're talking
running.
about actual street festivals.
Oh, yeah, like the Sandwich Festival.
Yes.
Dude, I love the Sandwich Festival.
Yeah,
Sandwich
these guys
festivals are good.
organize stuff like that with musicians and
They had the
and
big
singers
cold
and stuff.
corns with that like creamy white cheese.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, that was great. This was not.
No, that was garbage.
Like, here, I'm gonna do y'all a favor.
That was a downtown dumpster.
I'm gonna do y'all a favor. Anyone who's even interested in it, I just put the link to the actual Bridgerton Experience website. We know it's pricey. We get it. I'm sorry. I don't control that. I barely control these chuckle fucks here.
But at least
Please,
this is worth the money.
because it's actually what you pay for. Please, guys, don't fall for these. Don't. You don't need to see the depressed Oompa Loompa or have an hour in the ball pit.
Please,
Or
sir,
a pole
may I
dancer
have
that looks
more?
completely out of place.
And, like, granted, she was hot and she was in red laces and everything, but, I mean,
That was
time and place.
inappropriate.
Totally
But
wrong
I
vibe.
honestly hope that every single person who went to this
Gets their money back.
Gets their money
gets
back.
their money back.
You guys
Especially
really
the lady
deserve
with the
it.
violin.
Either they will get their money back, or there's going to be a huge, like, some serious legal action coming down from the pike.
You better believe there's going to be legal action if
They are using Netflix's property for this.
Yes.
That, like, even if they give all the money back to all the clients, Netflix is still like waiting with the sword of Netflix. swinging ever grazing
they have a
into
hammer.
their necks.
They have a hammer.
Oh yeah, they do have a
The
hammer.
band hammer.
They have a band hammer. Like,
Yes.
oh, you're using intellectual property, are you?
No, no.
Hey, you know what would be smarter if you try to fuck with the mouse.
Yeah, no.
We don't.
No, no.
We're Netflix.
It's gonna
We
be-
killed Blockbuster. You think you mean anything to us?
It's
You
gonna-
think we won't blink at snuffing you out within an inch of your life, you silly,
Nah,
scanning fucks?
it's gonna be like the ending of God of War, the newest one, where Kratos runs outside and Thor is just waiting with a lightning storm, and he sweeps the cape, and the hammer is just at his hip like a fucking revolver. But instead of a thunder, you just hear ta-tung.
All right. Well, before we.
But I hate you for the spoiler.
What do you mean? Oh, did you ever finish it?
I haven't finished it!
Angel.
I thought I did. Sorry.
Angel, shut up. Now, before we pivot over to the video gaming news, Alex has just joined us
Hello.
here. What have I missed? We just we finished talking about Dame Maggie Smith and reflecting on her career and her contributions to the entertainment industry, and we've also done destroying and ripping apart that Bridgerton party, if you want to call it that, from Detroit.
The Detroit Bridgerton themed ball.
We've been to proms that are better.
Yes.
Precisely.
The only balls there were the balls they had to scam that many people.
Now, with that being said, we now turn over to Angel Mendez. Angel, what have you got for us?
Now, normally I would begin the bad news with more bad news. However, in the spirit of, goodwill towards all men on earth, I like to offer two small pieces of good news before I start talking about the bad shit. First off, holy shit, Monster Hunter Wilds look amazing. There's a 20-minute demo that I want everybody in the world to watch so you can see all the new shit.
I saw it. I'm
That's good.
So good. They
I
brought
cannot
back
wait.
the stench monkey. So for that, they brought back Kongala, one of the classic monsters, which is a monkey that farts. Coincidentally, at the
the
same
flagellant one.
coincidentally, at the same time this happened, a sewage line exploded in China, covering several miles of road in shit.
What?
Literal shit.
That is also good news. Now,
How is that good news?
because
Angel?
it made me laugh.
All right,
Oh,
fine, whatever. Now,
Second small piece of good news, democracy has triumphed.
Really?
After many hours and days of complaint, the developers of Helldivers 2 decided to drop another patch that rolled back many of the nerfs they inflicted, which means that the weapons are fun again.
So
So they
So we can
actually
have
listen
democracy
to
then.
people.
Yes, especially the flamethrower.
Devs
That
that
thing
listen to
sears
people
through
are
battlefields.
amazing in my books.
yay! Thank
yeah.
you for listening to your fan base
This
and your
is
customers.
Because the fan base gives you
Yeah,
money.
that's the thing. You make your
Exactly,
fan
darling.
base happy, they give you more money.
If you don't make them happy,
Then
they
guess
will
what?
eat your face.
And then they will literally
they
spread shit
will
about you.
leave and not give you money.
they're sharpening their
Therefore-
pitchforks as we speak.
and
Therefore,
then eat your face.
your game will go downhill.
So they understood,
Mm-hmm.
they spoke to their people, they rolled back almost every nerf, and they added buffs. Now, if only Sony would get his head out of his ass and actually, start working with removing all that sign restriction, that would be nice. Now, speaking of Sony and, heads inside of asses, let's talk about video games. As
Yeah.
you know, the piss came out recently.
You mean the PS5?
The
I
piss.
figured this would happen.
You mean the Piss Pro?
No,
No,
the
the
Piss
Piss
Pro
Pro's
is announced.
Oh, okay.
Working
Yeah.
on professional pisser technology, the Piss promises incredibly high definitions, ray tracing right up its ass,
Meh.
300,000 bajillion megabytes per gigahertz and megafart, and of course, no video games. So obviously, to celebrate this, the PlayStation decided to unleash the Anniversary Edition, which is a PS5 that is lovingly modeled to look like a PS1.
And
this is the PS5 Pro 30th Anniversary Edition.
Yep. Anyway, a bunch of orders of that shit are getting canceled.
and mind you, remember, this is digital only, so you have to buy the disc as an add-on.
Yeah, by the way,
Folks, it's important to know we have discussed about the PS5 Pro on the Black Files. If you want more details on what we talked about, Juan will provide a link to that episode in the live chat.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
For
Now-
now, let's go ahead and get into the article itself.
According to Game Rant, some PS5 Pro 30th Anniversary Edition pre-orders are being cancelled by Matthew Schomer 1 day ago.
So, hold on. What's that one little dongle thing over here on the side? I see
That
That
is the
is
stand.
Oh, yeah,
that's just a
stand.
stand.
That's a
That
stand.
will- that's
That will
it.
be another
The
$30,
disc
please.
add-on looks so.
Yeah,
By
the
the way-
stand can get expensive.
Consider the fact that this is the version based on the PS1 and it has no disc drive.
Yeah, right?
That's because over here, that little thing, that's just the cover casing for the disc drive.
Yeah.
The disc drive is sold separately.
yeah, and they're all sold out.
and
Yeah.
they're all
They're all
sold
sold out.
Yeah.
Of course, they're sold out.
It looks
That's
so
good.
wonky.
Yep.
Some customers that purchased the exclusive Piss Pro 30th Anniversary Edition are reportedly seeing their orders canceled with little
And how much was it
explanation.
again?
Oh yeah, by the way, the cost of this thing, it broke the 4-digit limit. On the US is between $900 to $1,200, and on Europe is between $1,700 to $1,900.
So I'm sorry, but if you already have a PS5, why the fuck would you buy another one for that much?
Because the graphics are so good, girl.
Okay,
The graphics have been upgraded by a whole 15%.
I can
Meh.
see every
Oh,
follicle
guys,
of your skin
I
cells
want a
falling
PS5.
off.
I'm not paying that price.
Listen, I
Well,
would
don't you know how
rather
cool
wait.
that is?
No,
I can see every individual
I would
hair
rather
in
keep
your
my
arm.
PS4 and then just have a PS6.
yeah, guys, I would rather just save for the PS6.
No, this is-
sorry.
I would say
This-
for the PS6,
this
even
is
though
the
I still have
PS6.
a
All right,
PS4.
all right, all right. Let's continue with the article.
Mr.
Juan,
Arauz,
please.
please click on the page. Some customers are canceling. The PlayStation 5 Pro has already been stirring up controversy in the gaming community due to its incredibly high price point, and these cancel orders are causing a few dedicated fans to declare their intent to just give up on the console marker. Set to launch on November 20 goddamn 1st, the limited edition of the 30th anniversary collection, which includes the PlayStation 5 Pro consoles and controllers, plural, wow, with a special grey color scheme mimicking the original PlayStation, went off for pre-order on September 26. Only 12,300 console units have been produced, and the PS Pro 30th Anniversary Edition consoles immediately sold out within seconds, with some scalpers asking as much as £10,000 or $13,400
Well, no.
on auction sites.
Remember,
like
they said for the
eBay.
chance. That is only for the chance.
Yeah,
to
you're
get
gambling
it.
that shit.
Yeah.
Ah, so there's no
literally.
guarantee.
It's not a guarantee. They literally said on the
Yeah,
pages a chance to get the console.
It's a raffle. They're practically
Yeah.
stealing money from under
Yes.
your nose.
All right.
I
So
feel bad for the people who try to
bullshit.
get,
I'm sorry. Also,
don't.
chance that.
also
I
it
don't.
is
If you're
Sony's
willing to
fault
throw away
as
that
well.
much money, you
No,
deserve it.
but it is Sony's fault because I'm sorry. You know that scalpers go after this thing when you limit it.
course.
Why the hell would he only do 12,400?
This
It's
is why.
fucking stupid.
it's rushing production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Go ahead,
is.
Joe.
Unfortunately, some gaming enthusiasts who are lucky enough to secure one of these consoles are now reporting that their orders have been canceled without an explanation, despite calls to customer support. Of course. One of these potential customers, who goes by the Reddit handle Routine Impact 5129 and resides in Germany, reported that having seemingly successfully purchased the console, they were sent an email stating that the order for the PlayStation 5 Pro 30th Anniversary Edition console had been canceled, though the purchaser denies that that they canceled it themselves. It seems that many have been some problem with processing the payment, as the email reportedly stated that the payment method did not work, and the user's account reportedly listed the transaction reversal as a fraud cancellation. At least two other people in the same thread reported having similar problems.
This
Okay,
means
okay.
that there was basically a report saying somebody used your car without your permission to report this, which means that somebody fucked with these people's finances to cancel the pre-order so they could grab it themselves.
Or it's that they're starting to cancel almost every single thing slowly because they're finding out, this person might be a scalper even though they're not.
Yeah.
Or, and this is more insidious, but I don't trust Sony, they may have made way less PS Pros than expected.
Oof.
So you mean to tell
No,
me
I wouldn't be surprised
This
if
is
that
just
was the problem.
hypothesis right now. I could be wrong.
Less than what we've already what's already recorded.
Exactly. For the record, I have no pity or mercy for anybody who is ordering this piece of shit. Like,
Again,
come on, dude.
as someone who already has a PS5, why the hell am I ever even going to get a Pro? Why am I even going to get something like this? Because guess what, guys? If you want it to look just like the PS1, there's people who actually makes the
Custom
covers for
things.
that. Yeah.
But Zayana, what if I want to play the exact same games I play on the PS4 with one more frame?
Meh.
What if I want to make like my Spider-Man game so shiny I can see every follicle of Peter's ass crack as he swings? through
Listen,
New York?
man, some additional pixels are not worth the 4 digits.
Yeah.
But what
So-
if I ray trace the
so-
water so much I can
Angel,
literally
no.
splash with it
So,
when I
Angel,
swing?
you know what you sound like? The people who always keep buying the brand new car
iPhone.
every single year.
But you don't
brand
understand. If
new
I don't
iPhone.
buy this right now, I will somehow lose social standing.
sounds like a wrestler routine impact. Oh my god.
Sony has become the AEW
But
of consoles
also-
now.
Oh god.
Two, I like
Making money on nothing.
for the people who actually buy. How much did they say it was that they were selling them
On the
for?
the
Yeah,
scalper-
13,000.
13
for
grand.
13,000.
13,400.
I'm sorry, but if
That's like a used car.
That's a car.
yeah, and
That's a car.
here's the thing, I'm sorry, but if you actually pay that much, you're literally just feeding into these scalpers.
You're either rich
Just
or
stop
stupid or
doing
both.
It is not worth that much.
It isn't.
It is not.
Precisely. Now,
Oh my God.
Angel, continuing with the article, please.
Please go ahead. It is not yet clear how widespread the cancellation issue has become. However, at least one other PlayStation fan has missed their chance to get a PS Pro 30th Anniversary Edition console. That's what it's going to get called. Due to fraud alerts, Sony never beating the fraud allegations. As their bank flagged the legitimate attempted purchase as potential fraud while they were away on vacation. What if the bank is like, bro, no, I can't let you buy this shit. There's no games.
Whoa,
in it.
what?
Oh, hang on a minute.
Official? What? Oh my, what?
The official PlayStation website states that the cancel orders cannot be restored. So it seems likely that none of the unlucky customers will ever get their hands on the exclusive console.
Wait.
Stock.
But that means that the canceled ones are now free to be purchased. How?
Oh no, that means that the moment they were canceled, somebody already grabbed.
Can't do that because it was already said that it was sold out. So how would they know to go there and grab them?
That's a very good question. It's almost as if it was planned.
Yeah.
Almost as if this is sabotage by the scalpers to get their hands on them. Which
Yeah.
means that scalpers are going so far as to cancel people's pre-orders to steal their shit. This is just crime
Yeah,
now.
but
How-
how?
Yeah.
How can they though?
Exactly. Like, if were there
fucking
fucking
noises.
No, if
guys, what if there's an insider?
Oh,
What
I
if
wouldn't be
it's-
surprised.
yeah.
This has
Okay.
happened before.
This is just rumor and speculation over here.
Yes, rumor and speculations.
If we were to assume that these people who had their orders canceled, it's possible, not likely, but possible that they all used the same bank and they all paid in the same way. It's possible that there's a bank employee who's going in and putting in the fraud flags on these people's transactions. They would recognize that it's for a PS5 Pro by the price point of the purchase. Like, oh, I recognize someone is paying $900 or whatever the fuck for this. Oh, Sony? Huh. I wonder. Ding, ding. 1 + 1 = 2. Okay. That could be fraudulent. Shh, I'm trying to help them.
Yeah, it would be a
Cancel.
shame. Oh, and like you said, there's also
Hey,
a
buddy,
chance that there
now,
might be an
now,
innocent insider.
fucking now,
Like,
fucking
hey,
now.
I'm canceling this ring. Yeah, there's
No,
a
no.
one.
Yeah, I'm
Go in
taking
there
this
right now,
one
right
with
now.
me. And yes, this is most like
Well, no.
this is just hypothesis,
That
but it's
would be
very likely.
so
Wait.
scummy if
It's
that-
just a hypothesis. It's just speculation.
Also, if
I'm
it's-
just going by what the.
But if
Jamie.
if they are using the bots, then the bot would immediately detect, oh, there's one doing.
Yeah, it could. Jamie, show me the footage of the PS5.
Jimmy,
the games.
don't you mean?
Morty.
It would be really
Jamie,
scummy
show
if
me the
that
show,
were
show
the
pull out the
case.
footage.
Oh
of
my
the
This
God.
is Jamie.
This is why I really
It's the
hate
editor
limited
from Alex
edition
Jones.
things
Oh,
because
oh,
this
God.
happens.
Oh, fuck.
And the companies do not learn. It's stupid. It's like
Why
you
would
know
they?
that this is
Because
going to be an issue.
majority of the time, scalpers get their hands
I
on
mean,
it.
look, remember the Van Gogh Pikachu?
The best part is,
Oh,
I already saw people on Twitter bragging about spending money on the PS5 Pro. I'm like,
Oh my
you know
God.
what?
Because of course-
What games are you playing on this thing?
Congratulations.
These are the same people.
Congratulations, idiots.
These are the people that keep buying FIFA games every year, even they're more broken and broken.
All right,
Page,
let's
please.
Let's please, because this is.
Let's
sad.
continue on.
Okay.
all right, I'll
the
take
of-
this one.
Please.
The official PlayStation website states that
No,
the
we already read that.
All
Go
right,
to
so
the consoles.
the console. Here we are. The console standard edition is still set for release on November 7th.
Oh yeah,
with,
this shit haven't even come out yet, by the way.
with 54 games announced to be getting the PS Pro upgrades already, and more potentially on the way. While the price point of $700 is scaring away some potential players, it's a drop in the bucket compared to the prices that some scalpers are asking for the 30th anniversary edition.
God.
AK, you done fucked up a lot. You are literally starting to make people not want to buy your product
The worst
anymore.
thing-
Nice going,
Sony,
dumbasses.
why?
Sony, why? Also, Sony, notice how they mention all those games that are coming are basically from previous generations, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we are getting remakes for the rest of our fucking lives. And speaking of...
there's 90.
Until you are 90. And speaking of things that can't seem to stay goddamn dead,
If I knew that this was going to be it, I would have had the marshmallows ready.
Why didn't you give us enough notice?
because I found out today.
Because we found out today.
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite some time, but
But-
some fires never die. Once again, let's talk about Blizzard.
Okay, guys, how many times have we talked about Blizzard?
Why?
I counted.
More time.
13.
Oh my god.
This is 14.
This is 14 times.
Yeah. This is the Umbran calamity of game studios.
Wait,
baby.
14 times this year or 14 times period?
30 times total. We've been talking about Blizzard for a long time. Now, as you know...
I feel like we need to do like a compilation omnibus video of all the times we talked about Blizzard.
Blizzard,
Now, as we know-
Blizzard.
Ever
And
since,
marshmallows.
ever since the COVID-19 bubble popped, and the
Ah.
companies found out that they simply...
what are you doing?
Hang
What
on,
is
the motor got stuck. Hang
Just
on.
keep it here.
There you go,
Say-
there you go. Now,
It got stuck.
ever since the COVID-19 bubble popped, And the companies realize that the basically we're using a finite formula for infinite growth and it's not working. As usual, the workers have been suffering the backlash. Thousands upon thousands of programmers, artists, and just
totally
everyday
their fault.
people
Totally
have been
their
getting
fault.
kicked out so the CEOs can maintain their shiny gold-coated yacht operated by like Filipino slave boys. Unfortunately, Blizzard decided, you know what?
Yes,
Everybody's making all the bad decisions. Let me make some bad decisions on my own. And decided to jump on the trend. Once again, according to SiliconValley.com and in the business area, video game maker Activision Blizzard lays off hundreds of Californian co-workers.
But isn't this a celebration for you, Angel? I thought you hated California with a fiery passion.
I hate California. I hate the government of California. I don't hate most of the people that live in California.
Guys, that's more than 1,000 jobs since being acquisition last year.
And besides, this massive layoffs could happen anywhere.
No, it's happening everywhere because this, once again, has to do with that stupid merger that cost them more money than it was worth.
Which did not gain them any money.
Have you seen any games recently from Blizzard?
Nothing new.
What
no.
games?
Nope.
There you have it.
The company's cut more than 1,000 jobs. Jesus Christ.
By Pat Mayo. Thank you, Mr.
That's
Pat.
gonna be
400 people.
Video game maker Activision Blizzard Inc. will soon be lay off nearly 400 people in its mobile gaming divisions in Santa Monica and Irvine, eliminating redundancies among the staff following the last year's $75.4 billion merger with Microsoft. The layoffs come at the top of the 1,003 already made over the past year by Activision.
Sorry. Oh, 1,003.
You know,
sorry
just
about
in
that.
case.
We need to be accurate.
Of course.
Fucking hell, that's horrible.
Ranging from operating in Novato and Foster City in the Bay Area to Southern California offices, according to state filings with the employment the development departments. Activision Blizzard, which was acquired after in last year's merger with Microsoft Corp, informed the EDD that another 140 jobs were to be eliminated beginning October the 11th at the Blizzard Entertainment in Irvine. The jobs being eliminated cover...
Hold on, at the Blizzard Entertainment in Irvine?
Yeah, one of their offices.
No, but yeah, sorry, the phrasing on that. October 11th at the Blizzard Entertainment in Irvine.
You know, the House of Blizzard. Where Lord Blizzard reigns.
Fix your sentences, guys. Come on.
Please
The
continue,
jobs
Angel.
being eliminated cover a broad swath of positions in the company of urban operations, according to a letter filed by Leslie Campbell, the director of the Human Resources Department. Of course, HR does this. They include accountants, software engineers, the director of human resources. Not even HR is safe.
No, the director of human resources for the World of Warcraft games.
Video game
Let that
artists
sink
and directors
in.
of technology game
Let that
designs,
sink in.
game producers, sound designers, game directors, and basically
a game director and vice president.
no position is safe.
None.
Nothing
Oh
is
my
safe.
God.
Good lord.
Campbell was not immediately available for a comment of the 393 layoffs recently announced. Quote, anything you look at in the warned system would be a part of reductions that were previously announced, said Activision Blizzard spokesman DeLay Simmons in an email statement. Funny that that his name is DeLay. Okay, Simmons said the company was not able to share additional details, quote, about which teams were impacted in their locations. She pointed to media reports on 2 rounds of major layoffs announced previously.
In January 1,900 layoffs were made within the Microsoft gaming divisions, Activision Blizzard, Xbox, and ZeniMax media units. Earlier this month, Microsoft Gaming announced 650 layoffs.
Okay, I'm sorry. How do they still have employees at this point?
They have a lot more than the
They
ones
have a
that
lot
went
more
away.
than what they've
No, I know, but if this continues, they're not going to have anyone left.
Oh, it'll continue until they start hiring again. So, yeah, that's
But who
basically
would
what
want
happened.
to accept a position there if they know that they might be laid off?
Yeah, they
needy
better
and
they better have
desperate.
another job lined up right after this.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. If you're needy and desperate enough, you gotta work for Blizzard because they still pay better than everybody else, even
Yeah.
though they treat you worse.
Yeah,
than
for
everybody
how
else.
long?
Okay, Angel, can I offer a counter argument?
Yeah.
Despite the layoffs not doing not making a difference to the company to the corporate assholes, like it's still gonna ruin their reputation because of all the ex-employees. Like, of course they're gonna remark negatively against the company.
It's already ruined. When
Glassdoor
did the merger happen
is a
again?
thing.
Last year?
Last
Just
year.
saying.
Last year.
Okay, since that year up to this point, do any of you, hell, chat, do any of you recall either Microsoft or Blizzard releasing anything new?
No.
No.
Whenever I hear
Anything
Blizzard,
at all.
I always hear bad things, though.
Anything at all that isn't like existing IPs they already have? Hell, when was the last time we had a Halo game?
Not since Infinite.
No.
No, Halo Infinite doesn't count.
What was the last thing that Microsoft released?
You know what? Let's find out. A
Yeah,
small
what was
amount
the last thing
of
that-
live research for our beloved
Yeah.
viewers. Okay, let's find out.
Okay, go ahead and look that up, Angel. I'm gonna finish the article
Everybody
here.
quiet. I gotta use the voice.
All right.
Oh.
What is the latest game released by Microsoft? The latest game is... Oh, dear God.
What was it?
What?
It's hang on, show me the thing. There's nothing that isn't a remake of something else. In fact,
Okay, so when was the last remake thing that they released?
I'm trying to find it, but I literally
Hang on,
cannot
I
see
think
it.
I'm gonna have better luck.
New games in the Microsoft Store, maybe. It was a sports game.
And
it
when?
Was, it was the NHL 25 release. Let me find out when the
Oh my God.
25 release.
All right. Well,
date.
while Angel is doing this,
September 27.
Of last year?
2017 or
This
2007.
year.
So today.
Oh,
no,
September
yesterday.
27th. Oh,
Ever since the merger, they only released one new game 2 days ago.
No, yesterday.
1 day ago.
Yesterday. Yeah.
yesterday.
And it's a sports game from an existing IP that they already own. They
Never
haven't,
heard-
That'll get people
Didn't hear about
interested.
they haven't dropped an original title in almost a year.
Oh my
Also,
God.
isn't it
Good
that,
lord.
their sports things are just not doing well?
No, they're
It's
not.
mainly
it's
just
just
like the
being
same
rehashed over and
people
over again.
who keep buying it. That's it.
The
Yeah.
other one is an existing game called the Outbreak Genesis Collection, and anything else is just small. Oh yeah, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Wait, hang on a minute,
Kyle
Angel.
Canada over here is saying, hold on. Actually, there's a bit on your Alex VA. I'm going to speak as someone who's starting in GameStop. It ain't worth buying it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's the MHA crossover. I know there's an Overwatch crossover with My Hero Academia, said Alex VA.
Oh yeah, there is an Overwatch crossover. with My Hero
And
Academia.
Kyle Canada saying, didn't World of Warcraft
Yeah.
have a
Yeah,
new
it was the
update or
dragon
DLC
thing,
or some
right?
shit
Nope.
this year?
Nope, Dragon thing was
Oh.
Guess we need to keep a better track then.
Yeah, I looked into the
the
shop.
last time I've
the only
actually
thing they
played
released
WoW
is like
was
small
when
indies here and there.
Dragonflight dropped.
Barely $5.
And then like 5 days after, I canceled my subscription.
And everyone
All right.
said apparently was really lackluster.
Well, regardless of what games have come out this year or not, like company layoffs is never a good thing because nobody likes to see a lot of people lose their jobs.
and
Of
they
course
will
not.
continue.
Nothing's dramatic like that.
As quoted here, the 400 roles you're seeing in the system are part of the recent news are not new. The roles that were impacted include mostly corporate and supporting and some impact to gaming teams.
Guys, I think
le-
most of the things that they
Some.
said was it was not really corporate. It was, gaming teams.
The letter Activision sent to EDT regarding the latest round of jobs cuts was dated September the 12th, which means that they probably planned this like several months ago. Since it was founded in 1991, the biggest video game gaming hit for Blizzard has been World of Warcraft.
No duh.
The combined company also produces other popular gaming titles such as Call of Duty, which we haven't seen the new one in a while, haven't we?
And Candy Crush.
With which people are
This is
still
basically a
playing.
trap.
Blizzard had been a unit of Vivendi from 1995 to 2007, with the game maker merged with Santa Monica-based Activision. The latest layoffs include software engineers, software designers, engineers, human resources, and product managers who worked on the mobile versions of Call of Duty Warzone and WoW, as well as a third game based in Irving that is experiencing sagging sales, according to Michael Patcheter, a managing director and gaming research analyst at
You know what that
Wedbush
means?
Securities.
More people are getting fired.
Let's see, Warcraft Hold on, you had an overlapping teams working on the two mobile versions. He observed, you don't need two people designing weapons.
Yeah, you can just overwork one guy until he drops dead.
Exactly. Warcraft Rumble, a mobile strategy game designed in Irvine and set within the Warcraft universe, is taking a hit with the layoffs that has encountered trouble gaining traction with sales, Patcher said. The EDD filings also show 143 cuts will be made at Activision's Jefferson Boulevard studio at the Reserve Business Park in Playa Vista, and 110 jobs at the company's Olympic Boulevard studio in Santa Monica. The layoffs at the studios will come in waves, with the first for Irvine and Santa Monica studios beginning on October 11th, and Playa Vista cuts coming in mid-November.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine working there right now and just going to your office every day? And
Is it going to be me?
And the room is slowly getting emptier and emptier and emptier. And you know that you shared like let's say that you're like a graphic designer, and there is like 3 other graphic designers, and you know they're gonna find a few of you redundant, and you go, how many is it gonna be this time?
It
Is
also
gonna
brings
be
the
me?
question: What's
Is it
the
gonna
point?
be him?
What's the point in coming to work?
To get paid until you don't get paid anymore. Like, how do I put this? Blizzard Activision is still one of the biggest companies in the world when it comes to gaming. And that means you get better benefits and better payments from anybody else. And video game design is not a steady job. It's not the only way video game design is a lifelong career is if you open your own studio, and even then you are 2 or 3 failures away from closing down forever. You need stability, So Blizzard is still there because they're the only ones that guarantee you a decent check so you can survive when they inevitably kick your ass to the curb and you go. It's like an eternal cycle. It's like a self-feeding cycle. They'll pay you a shit ton of money, but they'll kick you out at any second. So you got to save your money to get a new job, or rather to hold in there long enough until they start hiring again. It's like the dice are loaded, but it's the only game in town.
Yeah, well, you know what? An option that they can do for the former employees is that they could stage a strike against the company.
They could, but then they'll just hire more people.
Scabs.
Because there's just a long line of people who want to work at Blizzard or that feel like they have no other choice but to work at Blizzard.
Yeah, that's true. But that being said, that doesn't mean that strikes never work, because there are some cases recently that unionizing and strikes have actually made a difference.
That's right. Now, as we know,
story here.
Ubisoft has recently started its own controversy with that whole
Assassin's
Creed Shadows of Detroit problem. I guarantee. By the way, they took their presentation from the game show. They removed it completely.
Man,
oh my god!
Because they most likely knew that the gameplay is in such an unpolished state that is going to draw even more criticism than it has before. And because the criticism of the game has gone from irrational to kind of dumb to wait a minute to hold on, this game has problems, like actual problems. Now, the criticism has become legitimate, and you know somebody's getting yelled at.
And an article provided to us by, what's the website, same thing?
No, Eurogamer.
Eurogamer.com.
Wow, what the hell is wrong with this mouse? Give me a second.
You're fine.
No, I'm not fine. The computer thing's being dumb.
Bumper cars.
God damn it, why is this lagging?
Give us a second, folks.
Give us a second.
Don't worry, we're working on it.
Yeah,
because it's tired of bad news.
This is from Eurogamer.
Eurogamer.com, and the headline reads, Ubisoft staff told to strike over remote working changes. And the subtitle over here says, French union calls employees to walk out for 3 days.
Holy
shit.
Yeah, here we go.
You do not fuck with the unions.
Time for some democracy up in this bitch.
This was published on September 26, 2024 by Tom Phillips,
Editor-in-Chief at Eurogamer. Yay.
You might want to increase the size of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm full screen this bitch.
This is gonna be a fucking disaster.
I'll just use my phone. It'll be easier that way. Thank you. Give me 1 second here. But yeah, no, Ubisoft apparently not happy with all the problems it's already causing for itself. It decided that it wants more problems for itself.
That one's even worse at it. God
no worries. I got the article right here.
Has the article.
I'm not yelling at y'all. It's just
these
issues, websites are not very conducive to they're not mobile friendly.
Okay, so French staff at Assassin's Creed publisher Ubisoft have been urged to strike for 3 days next month after being told that they will return to the office 3 days a week. That's right, baby. You're not working at home anymore. You're not allowed to. The call to walk out, first reported by GameIndustry.biz, comes a week after Ubisoft announces that all of its 19,000 employees, see, this is why they can throw away hundreds of people, because they have thousands of people working for them, worldwide will be required to work from the office 3 days out of every 5, albeit with some flexibility for certain individuals and without a firm start date for the change. Members of the French Video Game Workers Union, SDJB, that's
Syndicat de Travailleurs
Travailleurs de Video.
Jeux de vidéo.
Chevalier de Fleur. There.
Travailleurs de jeux vidéo.
Yeah, Chevalier de Fleur.
No.
Come on, it's Chevalier de Fleur.
Chevalier de Fleur is awesome, but that's not it.
Has now called for a Ubisoft staff to strike on the 15th to the 17th of October. The move back to the office 3 days a week is is described without any tangible justification or any consultation of the workers' representative, says the Chevalier de Fleur.
Yeah, the STJV.
Yep. After more than 5 years of working efficiently in the current remote work context, many of our colleges have built or rebuilt their family lives and simply cannot return to previous working conditions. Our employer knows this perfectly well. The consequences of this decision will be the loss of our colleges' jobs, the disorganization of many game projects, and the drastic increase in psychosocial risks for those who remain.
Okay, can I make a comment?
Shoot.
Yes.
Here's the thing. If you can work from home with your job and it doesn't require you to actually be in front of people and doing, normal cashiering, all that stuff. If this can be done at home,
it should be.
It should be work from home forever.
I love things.
Because here's what a lot of corporations are trying to do. Oh, well, we don't think that you're doing your job. So we need you to be in the office so we can make sure you're doing your job.
Micromanage.
Yeah, here's the thing.
You need to be breathing down your
A lot of corporations actually can spy on you. I'm not saying all of them. Mine doesn't.
Just most.
But it's like, okay, if you can do everything and you don't have to literally be micromanaged over when are you taking your break? Are you actually going there for 15 minutes like we said, or are you doing it for 16 minutes?
That is basically what they're doing.
Yeah.
Actually, like it's dumber than that because most companies actually already have like third party I hate to call it surveillance-ware, but it is like monitoring software already built in.
Not
and your
all of them. Not all of them do that.
So, but they can actually already do that if they really wanted to. There's no need for it to be in the office.
Some of these places now are hiring further away in different states where, you no longer can come into the office because you're no longer near that. So literally you're saying fuck you to those people who actually cannot go to office anymore.
Remote people move to a different part of the state or country.
Well, I guess they're moving to the firing line now.
It's like, we need you to come back into the office. I'm sorry, but I'm like 2 states over. No, you have to come back into the office. You got to move back.
I literally can't.
Are you going to pay for our relocation? Yeah. No? Then I can't come to the office.
Relocation
I love how one of the few good things that the COVID crisis caused was the increase of homework. And the second it ended, every single company that I know went, wait, did I just catch you having fun?
Not only that,
my employees!
But people going from work from home, it's actually cheaper for the company because they no longer have to pay for a building.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay for electricity and all that stuff. It also has helped the employees because you no longer you no longer have to commute to work. So the traffic is less.
You waste less money on gas.
You waste less money on gas.
You waste less gas. You help with the environment that way.
You help not put extra wear and tear on your vehicle.
God.
So it is actually helping people.
Another benefit on the company side, and I hate saying this, but it also helps. But it also benefits them in terms of liability, so that they don't have to worry about employees filling out workers' comp for any.
They
injuries
also
you got hurt at home. Well, you work at home, so that you better go to your home insurance if you work.
They also have
bullshit.
save money because they don't have to buy more office supplies and more extremely expensive computers.
Yeah.
Here's what's
Or
up.
fix those computers.
Do you want to know why they spend that money? Do you want to know why they spend money on those big office buildings? Why they want everyone to come back to work in the office? It's simple.
Lots of control.
Actually, not just that. Building your company's profile to potential bank loans and investors.
For bigger buildings.
No, for more money from investors and from banks and shit. Listen, this is how this shit works. You're getting a minor economics lesson here, folks. When a company has property, when it has equipment, material, that shit can be used as collateral for bank loans.
Because they count as assets.
Exactly. And they can also be used and presented in investment profiles to potential investors.
Check out the size of our building. Look at all the people we got inside.
Look at all the people that we have inside. Look at this wonderful model employee. We've worked him to the bone. Hang on, let me actually
look how the light is gone from his eyes.
Look at how dark his soul looks in these shots.
We have to give him those shades because he scares children now.
This truly is a model member. We had to surgically cauterize his tear ducts. He is not allowed to cry anymore. And you can help invest in 500 more of him just like him if you throw us $9 million.
With the extra budget, we're going to stick thumbs to their mouths so we're always smiling.
Always smiling.
We're going to play that song 24/7 on the app system.
Smile.
So basically, that's the reason why. That's the reason why they want everyone to go back to work in the office.
Yeah.
To go back to work in the.
It's all about investment at that point.
It's all about like money and investment. It's
and
like
control.
they can try to throw in like, oh, well, we're a family, we're a team. Like, okay, we're a team. Cool. I'm done with the team. Find another teammate. Bye-bye.
We're a family in the same way that, I'm your security guard and you're in the gulag. That kind of family.
No.
Well,
listen, I already got a family at home. Okay, like, we're just a team. Don't play. Don't you dare say the F word. Give me a second.
You want to know the funny thing? So you know how some companies will like tease and say, "Oh, so how would everyone like to come back to the office?" Well, I'll say
wait,
that
they're serious.
Oh no! For mine, it was actual tease. It was just like the ha ha ha. We know you would say no, but it was just funny. And immediately everyone was like, no. I live so far from the office now. No. Also,
Some people just moved.
Yeah, and we also just got people from out of state. Like at least 4 or 5 states away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You're gonna literally lose almost half of the people that you have.
Yeah.
No, bye.
Now,
No.
listen, I understand that some...
I like just waking up 5 minutes before I have to
Isn't
clock
it
in
nice?
and then just sitting down and be like,
Okay.
Now, we understand that some jobs are simply too much of a safety hazard to have people work at home. Like things when you're messing with medical information, personal information, social security numbers.
ha 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 ha.
Yes, I get it. But for some of them, some companies will understandably go, the risk is too high. Because if somebody goes with that, then suddenly somebody loses their social security and we get sued for $40,000.
And we don't want that.
Yeah, too risky. Like my job, I'm not going to spoil you, but it requires working with MBI and IEPs and MPIs and social security numbers. Very delicate shit. And if something goes wrong, I'm going to have the IRS breathing down my neck. I am not doing that shit. The boss actually offered us some outside work during certain times, but it's a temporary thing. He just cannot do it permanently because it's too difficult. But this is video goddamn games, okay?
Yeah.
I don't see myself messing around with medication lists when it comes to making video games.
For this, you can easily do graph design, doing storyboard, writing, all of that stuff, even sound. You can do that in your house.
Yeah, it shouldn't be
Easy.
Hell, depending how your house is made, you can do sound design better because you can have your personal studio there.
Yeah.
With that foam that covers the
I
sound.
mean, look at all the voice actors who end up going home and actually making their own little thing in their closet.
Yeah,
Boom,
it
easy.
works.
But that being said, getting back to the article here, the Ubisoft employees, they're well within their right to strike. They're well within
Yep.
their right to unionize against
Yep.
the
As
company.
they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft declined to comment, of course they did, when contacted by Eurogamer. Now, the strike hasn't happened yet. It remains to be seen how many Ubisoft staff will walk out next month, but more than 700 employees already took part in a day of strike action organized by the Chevalier de Fleur back in February, this year after annual salary negotiations collapsed. The call to strike lands further pressure on Ubisoft after a bruising 24 hours. Yesterday, the established publisher admitted that Star Wars Outlaws underperformed. Wait, are you telling me that the buggy, nearly incomplete, craptastic Star Wars game did not do very well?
Oh, really?
Okay.
And
No
Assassin's
shit.
Creed Shadows would be delayed, and it would be carrying out a
Assassin's Creed
comprehensive...
Shadow has been delayed to 2025.
Yeah, because it's
review.
supposed to come out, October?
Of Project, yeah.
process
here's
as
the
a
thing.
result.
And this is if, because usually we know, we hope if there's delays. Okay, good, that means you can make it better.
Yeah.
Right now,
But this is Ubisoft.
I know, I don't have any high hopes, and now I'm just
I don't
like,
have any high
Can
hopes
you
either.
imagine if Sucker Punch goes, hey, we're going to release Ghost of Yotai earlier? And they just
Yeah.
fucking
Just to piss them all
blow that
off.
shit away.
When I worked in telecom, says Kyle Canada, you're paid/monitored by the second.
Yeah.
And before COVID made us work from home, I would spend close to 4 hours a day just commuting.
yeah, that's
to and
that's
from.
what people don't
Goddamn.
understand. Like, there's traffic, and now with work from home, there isn't as much traffic. But I mean, it really adds up how many hours in a day you spend commuting there and back. Personally, for me, when I went in the office, it was close around 3 hours a day because it was at least maybe an hour and a half going there and back. And that is insane when you think about it. That means less time to eat, less time to sleep, less time to actually do normal stuff.
More time to get hit by a car.
Yeah, trust me, I really hate, this is why I hate driving, because people are,
You know, ironically, every single car accident I had, only one of them was while I was on the way to work. Just
Yep.
one. That stupid
Un-
bitch was on her phone.
Unbelievable.
But,
Yeah.
sorry, we digress. Point in case is...
Getting back to it,
It looks like, even the union is telling the workers to, okay, we got to prepare for a strike because your company is trying to fuck you
we
over.
are striking.
We got to strike.
And yeah,
Listen, this is the best option. The other option is we start making firebombs. You don't want to go to that point.
yet.
But all the same, I can only wish the best to the poor workers that are most likely even now getting crunched to near fucking death under current conditions, because you know that if Ubisoft is taking all these desperate measures of we gotta delay the game to 2025, you know what that means?
What does it mean?
means we gotta crunch the entire dev team to fucking death so this game doesn't
Yeah.
play like shit and a half.
well, here's the thing.
They're going to.
No,
you know they're going to.
Well, yeah,
They haven't kept warm.
but I'm saying is that the fact that these companies keep pushing out games that are obviously not ready
And buggy.
and they have to resort to pushing, delaying things to get everything in working order, but it's still not in working order.
Never in working. Actually, let me check something real
Why
quick.
is this now a common practice and you're working them to the bone and it's still not good enough?
Okay,
Why?
so-
It's because they didn't do their freaking part making sure everything was perfect before releasing the damn game.
See, we can trust. Ironically enough, another company that does live service games, Redspawn, they did Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
Ironically, their experience with live service games gives them more preparedness for this because they go, okay, we know what it's like to have a team 24/7 attending servers and handling out-of-pocket shit or last-minute problems and bugs. So when we make a single-player game, we're going to make sure to address all of the issues that we address on a continuous basis with Apex Legends. We're not going to fuck this up. For some reason, nobody else seems to learn the lesson.
Now,
Nobody
before-
else gets it right.
No,
Now, before
it's not that they haven't learned, it's they refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah, there's that.
All right, now before we wrap up, let's turn to the live chat here. Kyle Canada said, when I worked in
We
telecom...
already said that.
Oh, okay.
Ben
Ben
Cruz.
Cruz. This is after Ghost of Yote was announced.
Yeah, that's the best part. Despite the
They
stupid
wanna compete.
controversies surrounding Yote, people still are waiting for that more than for Assassin's Creed.
And Kyle Canada says, well, the job was close to 2 hours away, and not living in the same city was $500 cheaper in
Yep,
rent.
that'll do it.
Fair enough, but at the same time, come on, man. Just let us
But,
work
hey,
at home.
you sure you can't come in the office today?
Sir, my leg broke.
You don't need legs to work computers.
Yeah, but you need an order
Sir,
to
I
drive.
need them to drive.
Especially
You
if
can
it's the
have
right
someone
one.
else drive you, or you can carpool. We're a family.
no.
Sir, my family died in the COVID crisis.
You still coming in today?
Oh my god, I hate that!
Can you imagine if they do that thing from the movie? Well,
When they
if you
try
could
and
just
From
guilt
Office
trip
Space,
you could just reset your leg back and you would come back
you know,
to work.
I know that
would
you
be
need.
just
No, I know
great.
that you're.
Companies actually try and guilt trip you.
Well, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like,
No, worse.
No.
Worse. No, instead of guilt trip, where they were like, "Well, that's a little disappointing to hear, and that kind of makes me question your commitment to the company."
Or your
Very
loyalty
Subtle
to
bit.
the
yeah, to the company. Like
No,
they're
another
subtly
example.
suggesting that they'll fucking fire you.
Here's
Oh
another
my
example.
God,
they
no,
will.
guys,
I think
here's
they will.
another
Come in
example.
with
Alright,
Fire
another
you.
example, and then we gotta wrap up.
It's I know that you have a funeral this day, but we can't really have you take PTO or bereavement. So can you just reschedule it to the weekend?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let me just go ahead
companies
and
do
tell
that.
my aunt that to come back to life for another week because I gotta come in the office. Your
Yeah.
death was a little too inconvenient
If
to
you
me.
could just learn
If you could just learn
necromancy
necromancy
in the next 5
for
minutes.
and just
And just
stick around
And the
until
bad
the
thing
weekend.
is-
out, that'd be great.
And the bad
Yeah.
thing is, this has actually happened to people.
Yeah,
You gotta be
so many
fucking
times.
Yeah,
It
listen.
happens so many times.
One thing that you will learn going from child to adult is that no, the job doesn't care about you. The
They
company
never did.
doesn't care about you. They care about what
Some
you
of
can
them do,
provide. Some of them might do,
They
but
never
when it
did.
comes time to make the hard decisions, they can and they will fire you. It's not because they hate you, it's because they don't consider you a person. You are a money maker. And if you're not
You're a
making the
number.
money,
You're
they
just a
do.
number.
Yeah, and if the number ain't high
Employee
enough,
A,
you're getting
employee
deleted from the
B.
Excel sheet. So take any advantage you can. Use all your goddamn sick time. Use your vacation. Use your PTO. They can't take that shit from you because it's part of the fucking contract that has you working there. Especially in the video game industry, where apparently, despite making the most popular and fucking profitable source of entertainment in the entire goddamn planet, you can't even afford job security. I'm still disgusted by
I
the thought of
think
that.
Angel's upset, folks.
Guys, I don't think you understand this. My first job was at Starbucks.
Yes.
My job was secure at Starbucks. As long as I did my job right, and I didn't break too many cups, I broke a few, and as long as I didn't get too many orders wrong, okay, I got a few wrong, but they taught me, they would not fire me. I left that job. They didn't treat me exactly the best. It was a shady part-time job, but as long as I did my job right, they kept me hired. As long as I did my job right, I kept getting paid, and I still kept some measure of benefits, even if it was a shady part-time job. I miss my boss. She was the nicest lady. The point is, at the age of 16, I had more security working a crappy part-time minimum wage Starbucks server job than a professional programmer with decades of experience has as at the most well-known quadruple A video game companies in the world. These people are making thousands of dollars per week and they have no job security. You are not a worker when you go for the video game. You know what you are? You are a mercenary. You are a sellsword.
Oh, God.
And the second you are not useful enough, they will throw your ass in the trenches and tell you to die for them. That, like, for real, dude. The people who make video games, the guy who made Ultra Kill literally says, yeah, here's an advice for going into the game industry. Don't.
I remember seeing that.
If you get lucky, you might hit it big, but this is a fucking gambling scheme.
You know, that it's a really sad thing to see what the gaming industry used to be way back then,
and then looking at it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it used to be cutthroat because the competition would challenge you. Now it's cutthroat because your own side is it be your own nooglers.
Oh, God.
The knife in the dark is coming from your own side, slipping into your ribs. Hell, not even a knife. They don't even have the grace to assassinate you. They walk up to you with a sword and execute you on their spot. And who's going to be next time? Are they going to fire that guy? Are they going to fire this guy? I'm a programmer in a team of 7. How many do they actually need to program this?
About 3 will do.
Or maybe even less.
Or maybe less.
It's okay, they don't need to sleep.
Oh, and don't forget, the project is near finished. Do we really gotta keep them long enough for them to get their bonuses?
I think we pretty
much.
much.
That's complete bullshit.
I think we pretty much made our points, and you know what? Kudos to the guys who are unionizing, who are striking against Ubisoft, because
honestly, everyone needs to unionize.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Everything needs to unionize.
Any bad reputation unions have doesn't compare to the reputation the corpos have to fight against the unions. There's a reason they have union busters.
There's a reason why they literally
but I like to hope that this union isn't going to bust.
I like to hope that they will firebomb the building. Let's hope that at least one of us, our wishes come true.
All right.
These guys literally hire the Pinkertons. They have no soul. They have no honor.
Yep.
They must be resisted.
And with that, we have reached the end of our episode here, and we thank everyone tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic in the comment section. You guys have been very good at the live chat. Now, Angel, I know it was a little bit of a drag to get through the flashback of Shadow the Hedgehog, but we're not done yet.
No!
A little bit of a drag, motherfucker. Took 40 minutes.
40 minutes!
It's always the last
It
one.
doesn't matter. The time doesn't matter. The rings don't matter. The chaos doesn't matter. Maria, she kind of matters. What matters is this.
Does she, though?
4 important words.
Do not
for you.
disrespect her.
There are 4 words
No
that keep you
disrespect.
going no matter how hard it is. Heroes are forged in agony. That's actually 5 words. But the point is, this agony only serves to reinforce my will and my desire to continue going, because Shadow is many things, but he's also all of me. And so I want all of you to join us next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Goddamn Time in Los Amigos Play to hopefully complete the hero route of Shadow the Edge. As usual, we will be here and to provide the commentary and the entertainment. And I want you to be there to provide your commentary and your money. Give me your money right now.
Jeez.
Also, something about YouTube and Kick.
There you go. And of course,
every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m.
money.
Yes. And of course, for any pro wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, which is Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube and Kick.
Yeah!
Me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arouse, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. For this upcoming Thursday, tune in as we review the official televised debut of WWE NXT on the CW network as they go live in Chicago, Illinois.
With special guest host CM Punk.
Yes. And
really? He's doing hosting again?
He's going to be in NXT.
Yeah,
for this.
It's his hometown, Chicago.
Is that other guy going to start beef with him again?
Oh, God, no.
One can only hope.
Come on!
And, of course, AEW also have their 5th anniversary episode coming up on Dynamite, which will be on Wednesday, October 2nd, and we will cover it on this week's Wrestle Rewind.
Okay, what are you bumping me for? Don't touch me. Before we get started on all that, though, we do have to start our week off with Bang, and that's what we do on my program, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of our show. As you guys noticed tonight, we covered a whole wide swath of stories spanning the world of nerd and pop culture, or everything in between. But on The Black Files, we just hone in on one story at a time, one topic at a time, and we try to cut to the heart of the matter. Angel, you missed out. You would have loved hearing us rag about the Mr. McMahon documentary series on Netflix.
I know. know, my
And,
apologies on missing the gaslighting section, but I'll be there next time.
Thank
like
God
always.
you didn't have to watch it.
No, you didn't have to watch
I
it.
did.
You should have
did
seen
for
it.
all of you.
Thank you.
I did for all of you.
Did you
See?
lose a few brain cells?
No, but we gotta wait
Wait,
for the Zack
wait, are you
Snyder
sure
cut
you
that
have
is
any
3
brain
hours
cells left?
longer.
Listen, I'm going to say this right now. If it wasn't for the McDonald's meal that I ate while watching this, I would feel sadder than I did coming out of it.
It was so bad you had to eat trash to deal with the other trash.
Excuse me, the deluxe crispy chicken sandwich is far from trash.
Okay, you had to eat
I
the
mean, it
taste
actually was
trash.
pretty good.
It was pretty good.
And I don't eat McDonald's anymore.
Put some respect
That's
on the
surprising.
big M.
I mean,
Well, they
like,
put bacon on it,
I
baby.
I prefer my Whoppers, but
I prefer Taco Bell, sorry.
I'm more of a Wendy's
They're all
guy.
pretty good.
I'm more of a Wendy's guy. They got those pretzel bones with the baconators. I really
All right, fair enough. They're all pretty good, but
like basically basically on the Mr. McMahon series, it was a shit show. For like,
Please don't use the term shit show.
okay, listen, and like we mentioned before, for anyone who's already well versed in the world of professional wrestling, the backstage stuff, nothing really new comes out. But for anyone who's a casual, filthy casuals, this would be eye-opening and all that good jazz. You'd get to find out all these sorts of different stories. They even were trying to fact-check why in the middle of the documentary of the WrestleMania 2 attendance. Because that was where Vince McMahon had actually said, we're going to host WrestleMania in 3 different cities.
New York City, Los Angeles, and in Chicago.
And apparently they came up with like this like indoor arena total attendance of like 98,000 people. And what do you call it? Apparently fucking Dave Meltzer of all people, who's a dick writer for AEW. No, Dave Meltzer.
Different guy.
Completely different guy. Be thankful you don't know him. He was like, actually, it was more like 78,000 people total. I'm like, buddy,
Whatever.
You don't get to come on anymore to try to correct the record when you try to dick ride All Elite Wrestling trying to fake their attendance numbers. Sorry, but like,
How long do you think it'll happen before AEW gets numbers so low they cannot fake them anymore?
We don't know, but
they're already on there. But you better believe that any other story just like this, or any other foray in the darker side of nerd and pop culture, you'll be able to watch it on the Black File. So be sure to request access every. What the hell is wrong with the Xbox? What the?
Is this thing dying?
Okay,
What the fuck?
pull that disc out, please,
That's what
Zayana.
it was. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Be sure to request access.
Going off again?
Yes, honey. Be sure to request
that-
access as we go live
Yes.
every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for the Black Files, YouTube, and Kick.
And of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock, every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here at YouTube and Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, are gathered here to discuss with you the latest news in the world of nerd and geek culture, circulating every week. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, no matter how many corporations are busted by unions, and not the unions being busted, there's always something to talk about, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. Now, once again, we would like to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic. This is something that we've been doing for the longest time, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragonfang Cosplays, and Rose Cosplay, K-Star Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an Interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/The Ravens Flock 13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock online, Kick.com/The Ravens Flock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we miss you, Dame Maggie Smith.